Yes guys, what is up? Hope everybody is keeping well and welcome back to the channel. Double game week 33, the biggest double game week of the season is here and the bench boost is active. Not active yet on screen. I was just putting up an Instagram post before I hopped on here. If you are hitting your bench boost, don't forget to activate it. As you can see here, it's not active. I'm after just reminding myself. I'm sure I would have thought of it throughout this stream anyhow. I'm just going to go up here, click bench boost, and now it's going to be active. Right, good tips. I can listen to it myself. One free transfer. I slept on it last night. I might just do it yet. Only have one free transfer. I could be looking at going Gabriel to Senesi just for an extra double game week player. I brought in Gabriel last week on the basis I thought he would have got a clean sheet against Bournemouth. At least he got his assist, which didn't matter in the end with Arsenal losing their clean sheet. I am tempted to bring in Senesi for Gabriel, so let's see how we get on anyhow. We've got Saw Doctor as always in the chat, man, coming from a sunny Salt Hill. Shout out to the Leitrim senior team who bet Sligo last week, and now they're going to be playing Galway back in my own home county in Carrick and Shannon. I don't know if I'll make it to Carrick that weekend. If not, I'll have to watch it. Surely it'll be on TG Cahir or it'll be on GA Go. But yeah, send in your questions as always. Do let us know where you're watching from in the world. It's going to be I think it's going to be a chill stream anyway. There's not too much of worry. We've got our O'Reilly fitness update anyway. At least Pep was telling the truth in that retrospect, and we did get confirmed training photos last night that O'Reilly was in training. So that's good to see at least. I was tempted to go on O'Reilly to Gahey. Was looking at Nunes then as well, but Gahey was probably looking solid for the Defcom returns there over Nunes as opposed to his attacking returns. And to be fair to Gahey, he got that goal last week. So anyway, O'Reilly is staying in the team. Let's have a quick look back at our game week 32 review. So our wildcard, yeah, let's get into that quickly before we get into digesting our double game week thoughts. Right, you can see that all right there. Yeah, that's all good. So what was it? 58 points for the week. For Bruggen, 9 point against my old Van Dijk's 9 point. That's fair enough. That kind of wiped out each other. My man Ukulele, I said in the video during the week, 15 point return. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake on hitting the wild card early Sunday afternoon when Ukulele got that goal against Spurs. Thankfully then O'Reilly matched him with his 14 pointer. Well, 14-15 pointer. Gabriel would have been in the team anyway, that's fine. Van Heck, who was my other defender off the top of my head? It would have been Hill, yeah. So that's a 3 points to 5 points. At least Van Heck outscored there. Bruno Fernandes, captain, fine. Gross 6 pointer over a Wilson, all good there. Palmer 4 over Tavernier was on the bench in it, so fair enough. Gross 6 over a Wilson 2 grand. Palmer was already in the team. Semenyo was already in the team. Haaland 2 over Thiago 13 pointer. Yeah, probably really needed Haaland to get something against Chelsea to justify wildcarding really. All in all though, 61 points from my original team, 58 points from my wildcard team. Wasn't the worst return there, to be fair, and the main reason why we wildcarded last week was the bench boost this week. So I'm on I'm content with it. Let's just see. I really need a good return on the bench boost this week, so we'll see how we get on that front there. But Thiago probably killed it last week, and he might kill it even this week with Calvert-Lewin. Only a few points over the double game week. Saw Doctor was up at the Dundalk game last night. I was watching it last night on League of Ireland TV. Great goal by Walsh at the end. I thought we were going to sneak one as well. Wasn't to be. They just got 2 late goals before the last 10 minutes or whatever. But sure, look, hope you enjoyed yourself and you got safe home after that. Fair play to you for being up early this morning if you watched it and you were travelling home back to Galway then as well. So good man on that. Pierce Doherty in the chat then. Best of luck this week. Big time players 6.0 getting tight. What's this league again now, Pierce? Let me have a look. I think a lot of the teams are going to be similar in this league. Big time players. Alright, I'm second in this. Pierce, you're top. 9 points in. A good man, you're tuning in. Choose with the same wildcard. So Dardo, Tavernier, Hill, Strike, Senesi. And the thing is, I said it even before I saw that team, Pierce, I'm actually looking at getting in Senesi. I wonder, do you have your triple captaincy still available? Because that's the only way I'm going to beat you. If not, looks like you do. Yeah. Oh no, you don't. Wow. So it's all going to come down to a triple captain if we have the same team. Wow. Very fair. Right, interesting, Pierce. Good man for tuning in. Good man. Good to see that. Morning Horse, Damien Gunning in the chat. Great to see you, man. Do I like jam? Strawberry jam. But that being said, I'm going towards getting a scone every Friday morning now with an acai bowl. Get a small bit of Nutella on the side, and then put the Nutella on the scone instead of going for jam. Damien, let me know what you think of that. Colin in the chat there at Jim here, and Nico Riley on bike beside me said he's playing both games and will score, get at least one clean sheet. Colin, thanks for that update. Good man, that's great to hear then as well. Tell him mind that hamstring on the bike. Rory, Gabriel is so underwhelming this week, but he's a pain in the arse to get rid of and buy back afterwards if you have sought all transfers. Yeah, I've only one free transfer. I might do it yet, to be honest with you. Gabriel, realistically, right, let's have a look at how he got on at the last City game. Let's get him up here. Gabriel, I do think he gets DEFCON. It's just how many goals City score. When did they play Arsenal last now? Am I gone blind now? Where did they play Arsenal? Where is Arsenal there? Should not be in the first 20 games. Okay, can't see the Arsenal game there. Let me know when they played Arsenal. Gameweek 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grand. Oh sure, I'm looking at Gabriel. What am I doing? Or when did they play City? That's it. That's the reason why. It is 8 o'clock in the morning there. 8:45 now. I've been up early, leave me alone. Where's the City game? Right, you got 2 points against City at home. 1-1 in that game, no DEFCON returns. Maybe I'm being a bit lenient that he is going to get DEFCON. I'm looking at a 3 to 4 pointer from Gabriel. Does that warrant a transfer in from first Senesi? I think Senesi gets DEFCON on at least one of the games. Do they keep a clean sheet? Maybe then as well. Can we get up the clean sheet odds if this is going to show you for you here? I'll just double check here then as well. Is that it is? Yeah, sound right. What are their clean sheet odds for? Where is their clean sheet odds? Player rankings. They used to, oh there we go, sorry, chance of clean sheet. I think it's a good decent chance against Leeds anyway. Bournemouth 18 and 30%, right, so they're not predicting them to get a clean sheet against Newcastle, which is fair enough away from home. Probably gets DEFCON in the Newcastle game. It's all the fact. Will Gabriel get something from a corner, from a set piece? You wouldn't know. Maybe it could be a game he gets a yellow card then as well. Does that warrant a free transfer then to get him back then as well? I don't know. Maybe I might go for it. LOL, City mate. No coffee yet. Sure, exactly. Michael in the chat. Michael, great to see you as always. We will get to the Discord shortly. Do drop a like on the stream then as well. We're back with the packs then as well. Every 20 likes we'll be opening a pack on stream then as well. And as I said, we're about 27 subscribers off hitting 9k. Head on down there, click subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let's try and hit it 9k this morning. That'd be great. And I appreciate your support all season, lads and ladies. Mallow, greetings from Mallow. Great to see another Irish person in the chat then. Love that. LC L Chivers, free hit O'Reilly plus Tavernier or Hill plus Shirky. Also separate consideration O'Reilly plus Enzo or Cucurella plus Shirky. O'Reilly plus Tavernier is what I'll be going for there. Surely you've got Senesi already. I do think I'd be looking at O'Reilly, especially that he's fit. Would he play the Bournemouth game? They have to win every game. I know it's going to be a quick turnaround, but if you get 60 minutes against Arsenal, he'll be fine for the Burnley game. Definitely going to play the Arsenal game. Well, if he's 100% fit, he'll definitely be playing the Arsenal game. But yeah, we'll see how we go there then as well. Right, Michael, let's get to the Discord here. Keep the questions coming on the chat as always, and I will get to you. Don't worry about that. Bench boost active on 3 free transfers, Michael. If you have 3 free transfers, Senesi in for Gabriel, and you're good to go then. Exact same team as me. You can get Gabriel back in a couple of weeks then after the free hit next week. All good there. You're good to go, man. Nice team. Same team as mine, but yeah, nice team. Gabriel to Senesi. Get that locked in, and you're live and direct. Any free hit draft? Free hit draft is just going to be the same team as this, only Darlow subbing in for Verbruggen. Hill in for Van Heck there. Strike is going to stay. You're going to stay on the double up. If you have the money, which you should do on free hit anyway, probably just Senesi just over Hill. But I'm very fond of Hill. He's racking up the defcons left, right, and centre the majority of the weeks anyway. So I have a soft spot for Hill. Someone asked about True Fair then as well on the attacking front. Yes, is he on the defcon returns? Let's have a look at True Fair there, because I can obviously afford him with Gabriel if I do take him out. Sure, yeah. If you can see on screen there, I do only have the one transfer. Is he getting the defcon though? 7, 6, 11, 6, 10, 6, 11, 6, 9. Not as frequent as Hill or Senesi there. So maybe that still pushes me towards Senesi anyway. But True Fair though, he's been ticking along nicely. Was that 4, 2 assists in his last 2 games? Fair enough. 11 against Burnley. 8, 4, 6, 7. Wow, fair enough, yeah. Maybe there's a decision to make for a little differential in True Fair. But with Senesi, it's the defcon. It's the defcon what I want, an extra 2 points. If he gets 2 defcons over the 2 game weeks, that's 4 points. Pretty much a goal and 2 yellow cards, which it is. 4, 1, 10, 11, 4, 5, 2. And the defcons there, 10, 5, 16, 10, 11, 8, 7, 6, 11, 11, 13. Maybe it is going to be Senesi. Hill is my guy, and Hill is nearly like a reincarnated Mukulele since I got rid of Mukulele. But yeah, I am tempted to do that just for an extra double gaming player, but let's see. Michael O'Connor, let me know if that's alright, man, but just Gabriel to Senesi, and you're good to go. Even True Fair, if you wanted to go that route, we'll see. Chivers though, O'Reilly and Tavernier is what I'll be going for. O'Reilly as your third city now, with the fact that he's pronounced fish. Yeah, I'd go for that. Dimitar, not Berbatov, but Dimitar Georgiev. I played free hit and I've Darlow, Hill, Senesi, O'Reilly, Tavernier, Palmer, Enzo, Semenyo, Halland, Pedro, and DCL. Do I play with Enzo or get another midfielder or a defender? Palmer and JP is enough, I think, to be honest with you. Tavernier, maybe go for a Brighton one. Whether you want to go to Gross, as I said on Twitter, I sat through that 90 minutes of Brighton and Burnley last week. Hinchelwood probably could have had at least 1 goal. Gomez, I didn't think he looked as threatening. Gross controlled the game, not in FPL terms, but he was brilliant. Just the tempo of the game completely slowed it down when he wanted to give his team a break. Just showing his experience in that midfield. Thankfully he got that assist. But with Gross, there's always a chance of something from a set piece. He didn't take one. They had one on the edge of the box. He didn't take it. Wasn't Minted that took it, or I can't remember who did take it. But that was just something of note. It was probably in a bang on scoring position anyway, and I think they crossed it. But yeah, if you're looking for a Brighton midfielder, probably Hinchelwood. Just if you want to keep it safe for minutes wise, Gross is your man. If you want that slightly more chance of an attacking return or a potential haul, I probably would go Hinchelwood. Cameron in the chat. Cameron, good man. Hope we're keeping well, man. Any free hit draft? Yeah, same team as this on screen. Only Darlow subbed in for Verbruggen and Senesi in for Van Heck there. Maybe I should move Darlow and Hill into the starting 11 maybe, and move Verbruggen to the bench. Maybe we can go with that. Bench boost please here. You wouldn't start, exactly, yeah, you wouldn't start Van Heck over Hill. Probably wouldn't. So yeah, probably am going to move that there. Have to see what the bench boost will actually score and compare it then to other weeks later on in the season. Thanks, lad. Though I keep Bruno, definitely do, Michael. I know we've got a lot of issues in the fence this week, but Bruno Fernandes, even down to 10 men against Leeds, he came away with a return. Was very narrowly missed out in the assist there then as well. Or sorry, the bonus points. He got his assist. Very narrowly missed out on the bonus points. FTBL07, am I late, bro? No, you're not. We started 17 minutes ago, so you're all good. Hope the shower was well. Good man. Cheers for tuning in as always. As Aurora, what are the transfer plans? I've only one free transfer. Could it come back to bite me later on in the season? I was thinking that. I was brushing my teeth before this stream. This is what happens when you go down. I stepped away from the streaming setup. I was brushing my teeth, and I was thinking, maybe do I need the 2 transfers later on in the season if I want to punt on game week 38, or do we just try and attack this double game week now? Yeah, I might do it yet, to be honest with you. So we'll see. Am I sleeping on True Fair? I think I am. I think Senesi is just more reliable with the defcon. True Fair, you're probably hoping for more of an attacking return, which he has done in the last 2 game weeks as well, to be fair. we'll have to see on that one. Yeah. Henry in the chat. Henry, good man. Donnarumma, Hill, Van Heck, Gabriel, Gordon, Wilson, Semenyo, Bruno, Bowen, Welbeck, Haaland, Dubravka, Dango, Anderson, Timber. 1 free transfer. All chips available should I free hit. So looking at next week then, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you've only got 5, 6. Yeah, you've only got 6 players playing for next week. Free hit this week. If you have to use your wildcard next week, you can. Yeah, there you're good to go. Get your free hit out of the way this week. There's not going to be much movement in ranks this week unless you're on a bench boost, because a free hit team is going to be the exact same as a wildcard team last week. And if you're not wildcarding or free hitting, this is a week where it might cause some trouble for you. Unless the likes of a Bowen or Thiago pop off in there again then as well. But Henry, get that free hit locked in. As I said, Verbruggen and Senesi in for Van Heck and... Derlo and Van Heck. Derlo and Senesi in for Verbruggen and Van Heck there. There you go. That's your free hit team for you there. Mike, I played free hit Derlo, O'Reilly, Hill, Bijol. Bijol's not a bad shout either. Bogle could be a shout for some from attacking returns also. Got his assists against United last week. Calvert-Lewin just about missing out on a touch on that. When they put it on, I was just turning on the United game and I saw it was 1-0. Went on to the fantasy app. Saw Calvert-Lewin got the assist. Then I saw the replay and I was like, he's not getting this. And then they rightly so took it away from him, unfortunately. What are you saying, Mike, though? Free hit, Derlo, O'Reilly, Hill, Bijol, Palmer, Semenyo, Gomez, Scott. Alex Scott isn't a bad shout. Are we kind of knee-jerking on his big return last week? Maybe. I think this is Tavernier's week. Maybe that's a wee bit of bias having him in the team anyway, but Tavernier is due a nice return. Whether that's sooner rather than later, should be this week. JP, DCL, Haaland, is this any good? Very template anyway. I like the Bijol pick, to be fair. Strike with myself. He was unlucky not to get a goal against Man United as well on Monday night. Had a header straight at Lamans from a corner. Let's see if he can turn those into attacking returns over the 2 games. Wolves today, I will be sitting down to watch that game then as well with triple Wolves. So if Wolves score in a couple of minutes, I might have to turn it off. Palmer, Semenyo, Gomez isn't a bad shout. Maybe you want to go Hinchelwood or Gross. Matoma will be coming back into the starting 11 for one of the games also. You have Minta, Gomez and Matoma veering around for those 2 winger spots. So I don't know if I'd want a Brighton winger because of that. But apart from that, team is all good there. FTBL07 have 3 free transfers and 6 double gaming players. Can get to 10 with -4. Let me know who you're taking out, FTBL07. What's your plan then for next week? Do you have your... They both have 2 games over the next 2 weeks. I don't know what you mean there, Peter. Sorry. 3 free transfers and 6 double gaming players. Let me know who you're looking at taking out and looking at taking in FTBL07, and we'll help you on that there. Shirky over Semenyo. I don't think I'd do that. Semenyo will be getting a return over this double gaming. Looking at that Burnley game especially. Enzo over DCL. No, DCL should have had at least 1 attacking return in that United game. Wolves is a nice fixture for him. Even Bournemouth isn't the worst fixture either. He needs to get the returns in the Wolves game though, or will be feeling the heat going into that Bournemouth game. What are your transfer plans, mate? Hamad, for now, nothing. You can see in the top right hand corner there, I am on 1 free transfer. I am tempted to do Gabriel to Senesi and then get him back in 35 then, but that'll only have 1 free transfer. That means I won't be able to get... Right, looking at 35, I want to see how the team is well set up for 35, or is it not? Can I roll a free transfer? Leeds against Burnley on the Friday night, all going well. Should be good to go in that retrospect. Triple Brighton against Newcastle, won't really worry about that. We'll have the triple Leeds in the team. Triple Bournemouth against Crystal Palace, or double Bournemouth against Crystal Palace is actually okay then as well. Triple Chelsea or double Chelsea against Forest. We're not in too bad a shape, to be fair, for 35, so I could potentially roll into 36, or just use my 1 free transfer on Gabriel and then have 1 free transfer for 36 where I'll want a Palace player. Then 37, you'll want probably another Arsenal player for the Burnley game. And then 38, Arsenal against Crystal Palace away. I might do it yet. I'll see. What are we? 2 hours and 5 minutes to the side anyway. It's a double game because here points are to be had, I think. And maybe I'm being a bit too generous to Gabriel, thinking he is going to get DEFCON. I do think this is a game where he could get a yellow card. There'll be tackles flying in with the title on the line. So maybe I might go for it. But Hamad for now, not looking at anything, but I am looking at potentially going Gabriel to Senesi just to give me an extra 14. But we'll see. Keeper sell Matoma if sell. I want to get another Brighton or midfielder or Enzo. Cheers, mate. Man DP Gill, if you have a couple of free transfers available, get rid of Matoma. Bring in Gross, bring in Hinchelwood if you can. If not, Matoma will start at least one of the games. It's just a fact whether or not he's going to start the two of them. So yeah, there you go. If you want to go for it, it's a bit of a sideways move. I think you've made your Matoma bed, so I think you have to lay in it. He was very unlucky not to get the assist last week. He stuck out his foot. It looked like it hit him. I thought they were going to give the assist to him, but they gave it to Ayari, or I don't know who they gave it to last week, but it wasn't Matoma, where it could have been. But the fact you have Matoma, I think he will start at least one. If he starts the Spurs game, could be a good chance of him getting something on the counter attack anyway. But maybe just keep him. If you have 3, 4, 5 transfers, maybe you can move him on. If you've only got 1 or 2, I think you probably keep him. Jared first. DCL over Welbeck. A lot of love going around for Enzo over Shirky as a Riley third City player spot. Thoughts? DCL over Welbeck. I do think, yeah, Welbeck, I'm not sure if he's going to start the 2 games. DCL will. A lot of love going around for Enzo over Shirky as O'Reilly takes third City spot. Thoughts on that? I'd nearly prefer a Tavernier over Enzo, to be honest with you. O'Reilly, of course, you're having him in the team. That takes out the possibility of getting Shirky. Make sure you've got Semenyo and Haaland then as well. DC over Welbeck, yes. Third spot, I think 2 Chelsea's enough. Palmer and João Pedro. Leave it on Tavernier then. Or if you even want to go to a Gross. If you're going 3-4-3, I understand that. I'd have Tavernier over Gross. Not mad on the Enzo pick. Palmer and João Pedro is enough. Should I go for Okafor or Gross? I think you're probably knee-jerking a lot after that double from last week. Gross is plenty there. Aurora, I picked Gordon on my wildcard by mistake. Who do I replace from Bruno, Gabriel or Gordon? Or do you suggest a -4 to replace 2 of them? How much have you in the bank for Gordon? Can you do a Gordon to Cole Palmer? If you can, do that move for sure. Keep Bruno Fernandes, keep Gabriel. Obviously do keep Bruno Fernandes. If you're looking at a hit for Gabriel, don't do that. It's not even guaranteed Bournemouth will get their 2 clean sheets over the double gaming, so I wouldn't bother with that. Just leave as is there. Gabriel could nick a goal against City. He well could, yeah. It's just whether the fact, if I do think he does, there's more chance of him getting City obviously score. They have to score anyway. It's more the chance of whether he gets a yellow card or returning. I think there's more chance now that he gets a yellow card. Surprised he didn't get the DEFCON in the first game against them. That probably might push me into doing it, to be honest with you. As I said, we've 2 hours to decide here then as well. Right, we've 43 in the chat. Great to see you all early this morning. As I said, once we hit 20 likes, we're going to open up one of our first packs. What are we on now? We're on 14. If we can get to 20 likes in the next couple of minutes, our first pack of match attacks will be open on stream. And I've got a few limited edition packs then as well. Another World Cup pack we need to open then 2. Where is it gone? It was on the table. Maybe did I open it last week? Or did it fall when I was going downstairs? Yeah, it's here. It's on the floor. So we'll get a World Cup pack open then as well. Bit of news then as well. I will be filming with a certain England number 1 in a couple of weeks. Sorry, 28th of April at Wembley Arena, not Wembley Stadium. Sorry, not Wembley Arena. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we can get a couple of packs or something signed off him, and potentially maybe give it away. Let's see. So make sure you're subscribed for that. Right, Gabriel could nick a goal. He definitely could. Am I keeping O'Reilly or replacing Aurora just because he's been confirmed fit? He wasn't training. I'm going for O'Reilly. Yeah, surely imagine if that was mind games from Pep that he had O'Reilly training, or just told him to put on some training gear and then hop out for a picture then to kind of mess up Arsenal plans. Wouldn't put it past him. Cameron. Free hit, I've gone Donnarumma, Van Heck, Hill, Strike, Mateus Nunes, Gross, Tavernier, Palmer, Evan Nielsen, Haaland, DCL. A lot of differentials there. What do you think? Expect City 2 cleans. I think Evan Nielsen could be a great differential. Not mad on Evan Nielsen, not mad on Donnarumma, to be completely honest with you. Donnarumma is you're missing out on a Semenyo pick there, especially with Burnley. Fair enough, they can get a clean sheet against Burnley. Small chance to get a clean sheet against Arsenal. I wouldn't lose a spot for Semenyo over a goalkeeper. So I'd still go Daryl over Donnarumma. Mateus Nunes is fine. probably more chance of starting the 2 games over O'Reilly, so I understand why you're going that route. Don't worry on that. I'm not trying to throw you down on that. But with O'Reilly, he's playing behind Haaland. Yeah, if he starts the 2 games, it could be a massive haul from him, especially in that Burnley game. Van Heck then as well, probably will go Senesi over Van Heck. I understand you might want to double up on the Bournemouth defence. You're probably spreading your risks there by having a Brighton and a Bournemouth defence in the one defence. Gross, Tavernier, Palmer, all fine in midfield there. Evan Nielsen, Haaland at DCL. I think you have to have João Pedro just because of his ownership. If you're looking for a differential, maybe you go in the midfield. Maybe go for a Hinchelwood over Gross if you want to go differential. But I do think you have to have João Pedro. United are going to struggle tonight, 8 o'clock tonight, isn't it, with that defence. I do think Chelsea get 1 or 2 goals against us. I do think United scored then as well. Bruno Fernandes should be involved. It's going to be a cagey enough game then as well, but I think the Chelsea lads do get something tonight. But it differentials, Hinchelwood, JP has to be there. That's your only real differential there. Let me know on that, Cameron. Good man. Alexander Tan. Hey mate, is it worth to take -4 for Thiago to DCL Welbeck and -4 for Wilson to Arison Gross? So you're looking for a -8. Definitely don't do that, no. Don't do that, no. Definitely not. Yes, Era, where are you gone there? Where are we gone? Yes, Era, D McDonald. Do you know what? While I'm going through this, let's get a poll going. What chip are you using this week? If you don't have a chip this week, you could be in bother. So wildcard, free hit, bench boost. I don't like the new outline on this polls then as well. No chip. Grant, get voting on there, lads and ladies. Let's see, is it going to go up or down now, this poll? Yeah, the way they have that is silly. That's really bad. I'm not sure he's the top answer. Fair enough. Maybe it's just trying to keep the space on screen. Interesting update though. Right, where are we gone? Onspro in the chat. Great to see you, man. I will get back to in a second. We're up at D McDonald here. Hey, yes, Era. Hope you're well. Good to see you, man. Team this week: Martinez, O'Reilly, Van Heck. Where are we gone there? Hill, Rogers, Semenyo, Bruno Fernandes, Cunha, Thiago, Haaland, Captain Welbeck. Subs are Kelleher, Ukulele, Gabriel, Stash. Thoughts? Not sure if it had Cunha. Not sure if it had Rogers. Martinez, O'Reilly, Van Heck, Hill. Backline is fine there. Rogers, Semenyo, Bruno Fernandes, Cunha. Can you move on Rogers and move on Rogers and Cunha for the likes of a Palmer and a Tavernier, Palmer and Gross? Only if you have a couple of free transfers. Thiago, Haaland, Welbeck are fine up front, so that's all good there. Maybe you can do those 2 moves in midfield, get you another couple of double gaming players there then as well. Only if you have the free hit next week. Your team looks okay for a free hit, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for game week 34 blank next week. So maybe I do the transfers this week, and hopefully you've got your free hit in the back pocket to use next week then as well. Would you go for Cherky or O'Reilly over O'Reilly in a free hit? No, just the fact he's been past fit, or Pep said he's fine. You have to go with Pep, especially he's been in training. You have to go to O'Reilly. He's a far better pick than Cherky. Not a far better pick, but with the fact O'Reilly's has roots to DEFCON. I know he doesn't hit on too many occasions, but DEFCON, the Arsenal game, he might get a DEFCON, clean sheets, attack and returns, as opposed to Cherky's just attack and returns. I think I'll be going O'Reilly. They're playing in the same, they're about the same position then as well. You could even argue O'Reilly's playing higher up than Cherky at some stages too. Thinking of using my 1 free transfer to sell Gabriel to Senesi, Trufer, Treslin, Pelé. I'm looking at the same, and I told myself I wouldn't, but I am looking at it. I have Bone. Would you transfer him out for DCL or Pedro? Probably for Pedro, yeah. Get that transfer locked in. Get that team sorted for the double game. Get yourself an extra fixture then as well. You got your return off Bone last week. You can run off with that then as well. You're up points there then as well. So that was a lovely return for you there. United have no centre backs other than Heaven and Pedro Hall. I think so. I do think so. There will be goals in that game. 2-2, 2-1 Chelsea, 3-2. They're normally high scoring games anyway. This is my wildcard starting 11. Darlow, Strike, Hill, Gahey, Gross, Tavernier, Palmer, Semenyo, Haaland, DCL, JP. Benches Gabriel, Bruno, Van Heck and Verbruggen. Should I swap someone from the bench or no? So your wildcard: Darlow, Strike, Hill, Gahey, all good there. Have O'Reilly over Gahey though. Gross, Tavernier, Palmer, Semenyo, Haaland, DCL, JP. Good to go. all good. Because the fact you're a wild card and you don't need Gabriel this week, you need him for the later on latter game weeks of the season. All good there. Good to go, Absarour. Looking good. Onspro, here we go. Morning Nile wildcard this week. Same team as yours, but I have Hill and Senesi, Sarah and Henderson on the bench to prepare for 36 free hit next week. Very fair. Are they going? The only thing now on, so they're going to be playing in 36 if they progress in Europe, because they were on the piss during the week. Weren't they? Henderson, was he dropped from one of the league? Yeah, he was dropped one of the games. Keep that in mind. That was before the Europe game, and Sarr then as well was benched last week too before Europe. Yeah, so I wouldn't be building your wildcard team on the basis that you're going to have some Crystal Palace players, especially if they progress. Then again, not ideal. I know it's not ideal, but I know you're preparing for it. But just keep that in mind. Henderson was benched before the European game. Sarr was benched last week then as well in preparation for that then too. They got through, so they're fine now, but keep that in mind. You rate Senesi over Truefair attacking? No, Truefair is definitely better on the attacking front. Senesi better on the defcon. More chance of defcon than an attack and return. That's why I'm leaning towards Senesi. But Truefair, I'm not shunning away from him as a pick. Then as also, I'm considering him, but he's not a bad shout at all if you want to go there. Cameron, what do you think of this season? I've felt really engaged then since the last international break. I've been more disconnected. Not sure if that's because of extra trips or just a long break. I enjoyed the break over the international break, I won't lie. Just work and the content was taking too much out of me. It definitely was. But I just have it in my head now with 7-8 game weeks to go in the season. Just have to lock in, especially on the content front and on the FPL front, and try and get to this top 10k. We're about, I think it's 36 to 40 points off a top 10k. Bench boost, if I get a 15 pointer on the bench boost, that's nearly half in it then already. Triple captain still to go, free hit still to go. It's going to be tight. It is going to be tight, but we are in a decent position. 62k overall. I think our highest rank this season with 13k. Need to get back towards that route anyway. So let's see how we go with that. But yeah, back to that, Cameron. It has been a longish season. Am I looking forward to it ending? Yes and no. The FA Cup games, when it was that on the break, I absolutely hated it. I just want a fantasy back. Maybe the World Cup will soften the blow over the summer, but I'll be raring for fantasy to be back once it is over. There's always that grace period of 2 weeks where you're like, right, I can rest now, but then the third week then you're like, I need fantasy back. I need my hit of returns. Alcerora, I can't do Gordon to Palmer because of funds. That's why I panicked. I've grossed Tavernier. Only slot open as either a Chelsea midfielder or another Bournemouth midfielder from double game week players. Tavernier over Enzo, yeah, I'd go with Tavernier there. Is it crazy to go for 7 doublers with Bona, Gabriel, Rodgers and Wilson starting? I have free hit already though. If you have enough players for next week, maybe a free hit this week. If you can get to 11 players next week, which a lot of managers can't, who wildcard last week. With this team there, I've only got 2 players for a free hit next week, so that's why I'll be free hitting 1 player if I do get rid of Gabriel. If you can get to 10, 11 players with free transfers next week, why not use a free hit this week? Get some double gaming players in, get a few more fixtures. The fun of a double gaming is here anyway. FPL is meant to be fun. So yeah, if you can do that, use your free hit next week, or use a free hit this week, and then use your transfers then next week to sort out your starting 11 in that small blankish week anyway. Right, I can just see we've hit 20 likes on stream, so time to open a pack. Keep the questions coming as always. 9:10, an hour and 50 minutes to go until the deadline. Pack number 1, as I said, we do have some limited edition packs to open then as well, and a World Cup pack as well. I'm going to pick that up off the floor so I remind myself also. We do have this open then as well. Right, so here we go. Pack number 1. These are the Match Attacks extra packs. So they're pretty stacked. We packed a few Chrome players a couple of weeks ago. Rashford Chrome. Was it Yamal Chrome or who? No, Thiago Chrome then as well. So who's that first? Bayern Leverkusen. Can't see who he is on screen. Don't know who that is, I won't lie. Up next, Inter Milan player here. Let's see if we can see him. There we go. Peter Suchik. Gabri Vega of Porto. Never mind that. Mancini of Roma. Gio Garbellini of Atletico Madrid. Fair play to her. Mateta. Mr. Steeler Girl, John Felipe Mateta, and Ferran Torres. Oh, the next player. Oh my god. Wow. That is class. If anyone played Revolution Soccer, Pez. This lad on Pez. I'm wearing the Inter Milan jersey also. Adriano. What a player he was. Inter Milan in my second team. I know I shouldn't be saying that, but just because of Pez. Adriano, Martins, Stankovic, Cordoba, Hall doing goals. Oh, great memories of that. Adriano, that's the pull of the day so far. Kings of Europe then, Valverde, not anymore. They've been knocked out. Ivan Perisic of PSV. Then we've got Nico Williams, Euro winner with Spain. And then we've got Quansah of Leverkusen. There we go. One more look at this Adriano card before we get back to the stream. Wow, that is class. That's pure nostalgia there with that. And of course we backed them with the Inter Milan jersey on. That's class. Right, back to the stream here. Buzzing after that Adriano pull. Here we go. Back to the chat. What were we saying? Yeah, 7 double gaming players. If you can get your free hit out of the way this week. Get your free hit out of the way this week and then sort out your double gaming players. Sort them out this week. Can't even speak. And then sort out your team next week with a couple of free transfers if you can go that route. How would you prefer to fund a Matoma to Enzo move? By selling Gabriel to Senesi or by selling Thiago to DCL? Gabriel to Senesi. Matoma to Enzo, yeah. I wouldn't be that drawn to Enzo, to be honest with you. He has been the talk amongst Twitter anyway, so maybe we're falling into that Twitter bubble. I don't see it, to be honest with you. But Gabriel to Senesi, Matoma to Enzo if you must do it, but I'd nearly prefer Tavernier over Enzo. So I'd go with that, to be honest with you. FTBL 07, Kelleher, Cash, Richards, Mukulele, Gabriel, Dango, Wilson, Anderson, Bruno. This is all my starting single gaming players. Planning to keep Kelleher, Gabriel, Bruno and Richards for double gaming 36. Free hit 34. Don't know who to sell. How many free transfers? FTBL 07. Oh yeah, you've got 3, didn't you say? So looking up, you want to keep Kelleher, Gabriel, Bruno and Richards. Fair enough. I'd be looking towards selling Dango, Wilson and probably Cash. Hill or Senesi for Cash. Dango to a Tavernier, Wilson to a Gross. 3 free transfers there. Get up your double game week count of players. There we go. Yeah, Goozy K8D. I'd go with the Matoma to Enzo move by funding Gabriel to Senesi if you've got 2 free transfers. Might play my bench boost if I use all my 3 free transfers and make a -4. If you can get enough players on the bench boost as well, go for that. Get that done. And always, if you're playing your bench boost this week, make sure you activate it all. So I didn't have it activated before the deadline stream. I knew I was going to activate it during it anyway. Make sure you activate it. You don't want 10 to 15, 20 points in your bench boost staring at you over the double game, especially with 2 fixtures also. It's going to be a tough one if you're looking at that for a week and a half. Part of me is worried Pedro doesn't start both, even though he always plays, I feel, as if the lap may start versus Brighton. Pedro's old team. True, I get you. Surely he starts the 2 games. Surely, but always a chance he can be rested. You're right, but I do think he would. Ryan O'Mara in the chat. Ryan, great to see you as always, man. Good stuff. Let me know, Ryan, if you need any help with the team. Send in there, good man. Liverpool FC man. Well, lad. Hope you're keeping well. 13 out of 15 doublers on the bench boost. Don't think there's a point taken. -4 to try and swap out Bruno or Gabriel. Might be obvious, but just talking out loud. You're completely right. I'm considering it for a free transfer to take out Gabriel to Senesi. Even true fair, maybe it's going to be Senesi, to be honest with you. But definitely not worth a -4. No. With my team now, I've got 1 free transfer. Free hit next week. That'll mean I'll still have only 1 free transfer for 35. Gabriel in at 35. Am I going to have any other issues? Maybe not. We'll see. I've time to think about this. For now, I'm keeping Gabriel. I might bring in Senesi though. Jovial, great to see you, man. Sausage sandwich or bacon sandwich? Sausage sandwich, bit of ketchup. There you go. Love that. Let me know, Jovial, as well. Jovial, let me know what you go for. Luca, I'm currently at 49k. I'll be bench boosting with 13 double gaming players. I can sell Gabriel for double gaming players, as it will be difficult to bring him back with only 0.3 million in the bank. Good thing to note then as well. I've 2.1 million in the bank. Plenty, but I've plenty, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Gabriel did drop last night, so if I wanted to do the Gabriel transfer, maybe I should have done it last night. Fair on that. If you've only got a 0.3, maybe you just keep him. Fair enough. D McDonald, Paul first. What are we thinking about Gabriel to Senesi then, Paul? Great to see you in the chat, man. I am thinking about it, but for now I'm looking towards keeping him. If you have the free transfers available, Paul, if you got 2, 3, 4 transfers, I'd be doing that move, and then you can get Gabriel back. No questions asked in Gameweek 35. With 1 free transfer, I might even go for it. If Senesi gets 1 clean sheet, I'll be eyeing up that Newcastle game at least for a clean sheet, or probably even the Leeds game. If he gets 1 clean sheet, that's an 8-pointer. That 8-pointer could win me in the money leagues that I'm in. Could be the cost of a couple of grand. Top 10k on the line then as well. Potential top 10k on the line also if the chips work out in my favour. I might go for it. Even at 1 free transfer, I might go with a Paul. For now, I'm not much help to you there, but if you've got 2, 3, 4, 5 transfers, I'll be doing that Gabriel to Senesi move. Let me know how many free transfers you have, Paul. Good man. Thanks for tuning in as always, and of course being a member of the channel. If you want to be a member like Paul, I know the season is nearly over. If you still want to support the channel, head on down there to the description, and you can become a member of the channel or the Patreon. That being said, if you want to just click subscribe, that helps us out in every way possible too. So anything there, very much appreciated. Go down there, click subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're 24 subs off hitting 9k. It'd be great to hit that 9k today. Let's see how we do get on. We've an hour and 43 minutes or so let's see. D McDonald was tempted to take a -4 to take out Cunha out for either Palmer or Gibbs White. Not sure if it's worth the 1 week punt. If you free hit next week, why not go for it? Cunha against Chelsea, not sure it's going to be a massive haul potential for him there. Palmer against that United defence, I'll be on the fence with it. Maybe just go for -4. There's only however game weeks left in the season. If you are chasing, probably go for it. Any transfer plans for this game week, John? Not at the moment, but I am potentially looking towards Gabriel to Senesi. Maybe. I've more or less same team as you. Tempted to sell Gabriel, but only 1 free transfer. Think it's worth it, as we'll likely need the transfer back in 35, 36 and have value in him. Fair enough on the transfers, Martin, but don't mind about the value. The season's nearly over. Who gives a shit? I shouldn't be saying that, but who cares about the value at this stage of the season? Unless you're going for a massive Salah punt in the last game of the season. That's what might bring me back from having from doing the Gabriel transfer. If I want 2 free transfers to do a Salah move later on. Obviously Palmer out, João Pedro out to get a 3-5-2 with Salah. Maybe that might put me off taking out Gabriel, but I'm only looking short term. Do I want short term gains? Probably I do. Let me know what you're going to do, Martin, but I am 60-40 keeping Gabriel to bringing in Senesi for now, but that's going to change throughout this stream. Vivid, I'm using a bench boost this week. All my players have a double game except Bruno Fernandes. Love to see that. Bowen, Gordon, Gabriel. All my players have a double game except Bruno. Oh, sorry. Except Bruno, Bowen, Gabriel and Gordon. I should have read that fully. I thought you had 14 double gaming players. I have 1 free transfer at 1.1 million in the bank. Would you make a transfer? If you can do Gordon to Tavernier or Gross, if you don't have them already, I think I'd go that and attack the double game weeks. Go with that if you can, Vivid. Probably have to keep Gabriel. Gordon out is probably more of a priority, to be honest with you. D McDonald, my plan is a free hit next week and Gameweek 34 and then bench boost in 35. If you're free hitting next week, that's fine. If you're bench boosting in 35, who have United got and who have Chelsea got if you bring in Palmer this week? So free hit fine is for next week is fine. 35, Chelsea have Nottingham Forest, Man United against Liverpool. Arguably a better transfer for Palmer in that game as well. So I probably would go for it, yeah. Probably is worth it, especially with the bench boost later on in the season. D Hinch NY. Paul Beats, sorry, 2 free transfers. Will O'Reilly play? O'Reilly will play. I've got 2 freebies. I probably would do the Gabriel to Senesi. If I had 2 free transfers, I'd be doing that. So get that done, Paul. Apologies, I didn't see your question coming in there. Good man, go with that. Mono in the chat then as well. Mono, great to see you. Morning Niall. Free hit, Darlow, Senesi, O'Reilly, Strike, Palmer, Semenyo, Tavernier, Enzo, João Pedro, Palmer, João Pedro, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin. On the bench, I've got Verbruggen, Gross, Hill, and Van Heck. Darlow, Senesi, O'Reilly, Strike. Strong backline there. Palmer, Semenyo, Tavernier, and Enzo. João Pedro, Haaland, captain Calvert-Lewin. Good to go there. You can see then, as we said earlier, the free hit teams are bang on the same as a wildcard team last week. So the gains are going to be on the bench boost this week. Bruno for myself, probably going to be Verbruggen, Van Heck, and probably going to be Hill or Gabriel. Whether or not we bring in Senesi for Gabriel and move or leave Hill on the bench there too. So let's see where we end up on that. Mono though, good man. Cheers for tuning in, man. Any other questions, let us know, but you're pretty much locked in there, to be honest with you. All good to go, and the captaincy on Haaland. Paul Beats, yeah, you've got 2 free transfers. I'd probably go for it, man. Yeah, get that locked in there. Right, 22 minutes past 9. Great to be back doing an early stream. I like the evening streams, but the early streams get you up and going for the day. I've like a whole criteria for the Saturday morning streams. Get up, do the stream, coffee, get home, look at the lineups. Or sorry, yeah, it used to be 11:30, but coffee. The lineups are already out by 11 o'clock, 11:15. Then sit down, watch the games for the day. That's well, not very exciting, is it? But that's normally me Saturdays anyway. Free aid Cohen, sounds so boring there, but sure, look, we're doing football content. We have to watch football. Or so that's my excuse, my girlfriend. Free hit active. Which 2 would you play out of Scott, Okafor, Hill, Enzo, and Welbeck? Which 2 would you play? Scott and free hit active. Okafor, I think you're probably relying on too much of his return last week. Enzo, Hill, Okafor. I like Hill for the chance of death come return. Scott, you probably have to go him for the attacking route though. Scott and Welbeck, that's probably what I would say there. As long as you got Senesi in your starting 11, that's fine there. D Hinch, I9Y, 1 free transfer. Swap Dango for Tavernier Christie or Cunha to Pedro Neto. No funds for Palmer, so looking for a potential differential. Swap Dango for Tavernier Christie or Cunha to Pedro Neto. Definitely not Pedro Neto, no. Dango to Tavernier, I'll be going for that, yeah. Get that done. No funds for Palmer, so looking for a potential differential. Fair enough, get that done there. Mike, I'm on free hit. I'm not going O'Reilly, going to go Enzo, Palmer. Very fair. If you don't have who's going to be your third City player, so Mike, is it going to be Gahey? Is it going to be Shirky? Let us know on that. Would you bench boost if you have a single game of players on the bench like Anderson, Kelleher, Gabriel, Mukelele? So you've got Anderson this week against Burnley, which is a grand fixture. Kelleher against Fulham in the early kickoff, maybe. Who else? Gabriel, Mukelele against Aston Villa. It's not a bad bench boost at all, to be fair. So maybe get it locked in there. FPL 07, not too bad at all on that. Maybe go for it, yeah. I won't say no to that. Right, let's keep this going. Give this a little share then too on Twitter, just to say that we're live. Lovely stuff. Yeah, someone messaged me there about the Gabriel transfer. He doesn't think he'll have too many transfers to do later on the season. Fair, but there's always that punt in game 37, 38 that we want. Maybe do we do it? Thoughts on Enzo versus Gross versus Tavernier Mono? Just looking at people's teams here, yeah. Right, thoughts on Enzo versus Gross and Gross versus Tavernier. I still would go Gross and Tavernier. If you're looking for a couple of players in midfield, if you're only picking one, maybe Tavernier. Maybe just Tavernier there, yeah. Looking for 2, I still think I go Gross and Tavernier. Not too mad about Enzo. If you have Palmer and João Pedro already, you've enough there. So I'd leave it at that. All good with that. Leave it at that. Yeah, I'd go with that. Akish, I'm on the bench boost. Or sorry, Akash. What was I saying? Akish. I'm on bench boost. Should I go with transfer out Gabriel to Leeds defender? If you've got a couple of free transfers, yeah. Strike, Bogle, Bijal, take your pick there. Strike probably the most cemented or the safest pick for some minutes over the double game. So maybe go with that. Which team have the best fixtures until game week 35? A team who doesn't double. I'll let you know now. I'll go back to my Instagram post we posted during the week on fixture runs. Crystal Palace, West Ham, but they're on the piss during the week, so leave that off. Aston Villa against Sunderland, that's not an easy fixture at all. On the FDR, rating Aston Villa is saying for the Sunderland game, but I wouldn't go with that. Up until game week, what is it? 30, 35. West Ham against Palace this week. Everton, Brentford, West Ham maybe if you want a Bowen pick. Probably got his haul last week. Wolves against Spurs next week, and then Sunderland. Fair enough. Leeds are the ones, but there you want a team who doesn't double. Newcastle against Bournemouth, Newcastle against Arsenal, forget about them. Everton against Liverpool, forget about that. Probably just going to be United against Brentford, fair enough. Brentford against West Ham. Maybe West Ham just. I don't know who you want to bring in FPL 07, but maybe West Ham, lads. I'm on bench boost, yeah, do the Gabriel to Leeds, that's fine there. Aurora, who to bring in for Gordon? Already have Gross, Tavernier, Bruno, Semenyo. Can't go to Palmer due to funds, either Chelsea mid or another midfielder from Bournemouth other than Tavernier. Can't go to Palmer, either Chelsea mid, right, so who do I bring in for Gordon? Already have Gross, Tavernier, Bruno, Semenyo. Right, so you have Semenyo, Bruno, that's fine. Gross, Tavernier, grand. Right, you can't get to Palmer. Who's another pick you'd want in midfield this week? Hinchelwood or Scott? I'm assuming you've got triple Brighton already. If you're not saying one of the Brighton lads, Matoma, Minta, Hinchelwood. Out of those, Hinchelwood, but Gross isn't a bad shout. So maybe just Gross. Or sorry, you have Gross. Maybe just Scott. So Scott having your Gross is grand in midfield. All good there. Sports Central Hub, good day. Only have a free hit left and triple captain chips available. 5 players in starting 11 have doubles. Use free hit this game week. Depends how many you have for next week. So Sports Central Hub, if you've got 9-10 for next week's games without a free hit this week then as well. 5 players in starting 11 have doubles. Use free hit this week. Probably would. That means if you've only got 5 players doubling this week, your normal team will have plenty, or should have enough for the blank game week next week. So probably would use your free hit this week. If you need help with a free hit, let me know and we'll get one sorted for you then as well. Thoughts on Enzo versus Gross? Gross versus Tavernier mono? Yeah, Gross and Tavernier. I'm not feeling the Enzo love, to be honest with you. Maybe he might do well, but I'm not feeling it. Thomas, one free transfer. Gabriel out for who? I have Hill and Strike. Probably going to have to be Senesi. So Thomas Otto. True Fair isn't a bad shout either. Tommy Loftus, if you're watching this, I know Tommy has great love for True Fair all season. He's been doing well for him. But if I was picking one, I think I'd be going Senesi, yeah. Dine Shahida Kerr. My bench is Kelleher, Thiago, Gordon and Virgil. Is it okay to play a bench boost? Kelleher, Thiago is grand. Gordon and Virgil. Virgil against Everton. First Merseyside derby at home for Everton, isn't it? You'd probably expect Everton to nick one, especially after the hangover from Liverpool during the week in the Champions League. Gordon, if you can do Gordon to Palmer, obviously go with Palmer. If it's Gordon to Gross or Tavernier for an extra double gaming player, do that and then play your bench who's then Kelleher, Thiago, all fine. Virgil, you'd expect some def come returns. If Thiago scores, Kelleher gets a couple of save points, that's about 9 or 10. Virgil some def come 14. Yeah, you're looking at a decent score on the bench boost there, so why not go for it? I'll be hoping Thiago blanks, so apologies on that. 25 likes in the chat. If you haven't liked the stream already, go down there, give the stream a like. Let's try and get this pushed out to a few more people around the world. Half line then as well. An hour and a half to go until the deadline. Let's keep this going then as well. Right, a few questions over on the Patreon. What are we saying? My only worry, everyone got 14 double on the bench who's in my mini league, and I've got 12. 2.1 in the bank. I've only got 1 free transfer, unfortunately. Not worth the hit, so not worth the hit. Maybe just do one move. Why does predictive text do this? Do one move. How much Gordon replacement when you get rid? Adam took a -4 hit for Calvert-Lewin instead of Eager Thiago. What do you think? Keep Thiago. Not worth a -4 hit to getting rid of Thiago. Definitely not. Don't go with that. No, keep Thiago if you're taking him out for a hit. He's already got your 13 points last week. He could easily get something this morning. Calvert-Lewin then has to get a couple of returns just to match Thiago's output over the 2 last game weeks. Leave him in the team. No, I wouldn't take it for a hit. Alexis Gonzalez, good morning mate, hope you're good. I'm on bench boost with only 3 single gaming players, but I want more. would you do Gabriel for Strike or Wilson for Caicedo? Caicedo is one as well who's a decent shout too. How did he get on in the DEFCON last week? I don't think he got it. I played my bench boost earlier on the season and Caicedo was benched for it, so I'm not mad on Caicedo. 4 DEFCON last week is a bit strange on Caicedo's output, so maybe not. I'd nearly prefer Caicedo over Enzo for his DEFCON chances. Won't be getting attacking returns, but Caicedo's someone that hasn't been mentioned. Alright, that's not a bad shout either. Would you do Gabriel for Strike or Wilson for Caicedo? How many free transfers have you, Alexis? Let us know. If you've got a couple, maybe you can do the 2. If not, I probably would prioritise the Gabriel to Strike one. Well, yeah, Wilson could nick something over Gabriel this week. Let me know how many transfers you have, man. Let me know on that. Gabriel to Senesi for -4. Asurora. Definitely not. No. Definitely not. Right, Haaland captain, of course it is. Would we be making any transfers to bench boost or not? Seriously considering. Right. The first goal should have been ruled out and that red card was ridiculous. Yeah. Get him in sound. Right. Gabriel for Senesi for a -4. No, do not do that. Definitely not. Don't do that. No, leave that off. Right, 27 likes. Great to see that. Keep the likes coming on stream if you haven't done so already. Go down there, click like, and we are on the road to 9k subs. Click subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're 24 subs off hitting 9k subscribers. Wish there was more appeal than Tavernier versus Gross. Avon Gross, both are shite. If you want a bit of a differential shout, maybe Hinchelwood mono. Gross is solid because of minutes and set pieces, but he's playing very, very deep. He's not as high up as Hinchelwood. Hinchelwood is... I watched that game last week, as I said on Twitter. He should have scored. He was 2 yards out and he fell over himself on the turn. So, Matoma, Minta and Gomez, two spots there fighting. The 3 of them fighting for 2 spots. So I don't think I'll go for one of the wingers. Hinchelwood probably is a safest after Gross. Even Danny Welbeck then as well. You're not sure he's going to start the 2 games also. I very nearly went for him on the wild card last week. Thankfully I didn't. At least Calvert-Lewin matched them then too. But no, I'd be going Tavernier anyway. If you want to go Scott, but I think Tavernier is the one to have. He's brewing. He's building up a storm. I was just listening to that song last night as the Galway players were coming out. But yeah, Tavernier and Gross, Tavernier and Hinchelwood if you really want to go outside of Gross, but Gross is solid for minutes, and that's something you want in the double game. 4 points low, 4 points, not ceiling, whatever the opposite, a floor of 4 points, of course, that's the word. He's got a floor of 4 points with appearance points, and then if you get something you're laughing then as well. So I'd go with that. But if you want the differential, Hinchelwood, Tavernier is fine then too. Right, is Bijal worth a risk? I think he's fine. He should be fine to play then as well. Bogle, Bijal, Strike, even Justin then, as if you want to. Strike is the safest pick for minutes over the double game week. So and to be fair, he's got a decent output on the attacking front. He'd a half chance against United. He could have maybe put away. What would you suggest for a free hit 11, Sean? Same team as mine here. Darlow, Senesi, Strike, O'Reilly, Semenyo, Tavernier, Palmer, Gross, João Pedro, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin. There's your ones to go there. Love that. Glenn Jacob with $5.99. Glenn Jacob, absolute legend. Currently sitting at 30k. Love your videos, sir. Shout out to Glenn Jacob there. Let's get that back for Glenn Jacob with those green hours in the chat. Absolutely love that, Glenn Jacob. Legend. Sitting at 30k overall. Love your videos. Really appreciate that, man. We've got Mo Villa who's over on the Patreon then as well. Mo, let me get back to you here. Absolute legend, Glenn. Class. Glenn, let me know what your moves are this week. I'm considering taking out Gabriel for Senesi only because I've got one free transfer. Might stay away for it, let's see. But green hours coming your way, Glenn. Good man. Really appreciate that, man. That is class. Done striking for Gabriel. Mo, here we go. I'm starting my treatment now, and didn't apologize for saying that out loud, Mo. Good man. I didn't think I'd get a reply on time. Should I do Palmer in for Bruno? So we're Verbruggen, Van Heck, O'Reilly, Senesi, Hill, Gross, Bruno, Tavernier, Semenyo, Haaland, João Pedro, Thiago, Gabriel, Gordon, Darlow on the bench. Got 11.8 to do Palmer to Gordon. Gordon to Palmer, Mo. Get that locked in. Is it for free though, Mo? Is it for free? I think it's where the hit. United defense is shocking. I'd say go for it. Good man, Mo. Go for that. I think you do. He's got a good fixture in 35 anyway. Your team is looking solid there then as well. Gabriel, Thiago, probably the Van Heck on the bench boost then as well. Get that locked in. Yeah. Go for that, Mo. Good man. Up the green arrow coming your way. Good man, Mo. Good stuff. Right, let's get back to here. Glenn, shout out once again. Semenyo, differential captain. I have a great love for Semenyo for his haul when I captain him over Haaland. He's a decent shout for the captaincy. I think it's Haaland, Semenyo, Palmer in that order. Just because of the Burnley game. I think City score twice. I'd at least get one. It's whether or not it's going to be Haaland involved amongst the 2 goals or the 1 goal. Semenyo for the captaincy, maybe, or would we save the Semenyo triple captaincy for later on the season for the double game week that they're meant to have 2 fixtures at home? Maybe we'd leave it on Semenyo for that. Pep loves Semenyo, so maybe we keep that there. Just 1 free transfer. Just suggest me to keep that transfer. Thank you, mate, and keep that good work, Alexis. What were we saying there? On the Semenyo captaincy first, Dinna Shadi Carey. Before we go, I think maybe it's Haaland this week, and then we reassess in 36 where do we want to go. Uber differential with Semenyo triple captain, or leave it on Haaland for that double in 36. So let's see where we go on that. But I think it's Haaland this week. He's due a haul. Alexis, just 1 free transfer. Would you suggest me to keep that transfer? Thank you, mate, and keep up the good work, Alexis. 1 free transfer, probably the Gabriel one, yeah. Gabriel to strike, more chance of returns there, so get that done, get that locked in, all good there. Sports Central Hub, thanks mate. Current team: Henderson, Virgil, O'Reilly, Hill, Soboslai, Bruno, Mbeumo, Rodgers, Semenyo, João Pedro, Haaland. 9 of them can play next week, so free hit. Who you suggest? Perfect, there we go. Darlow, Senesi, O'Reilly, strike. Semenyo, Tavernier, Palmer, Grosser, Hinchelwood, whoever you want to go if you want to go differential, and then you got João Pedro, Haaland, and Calvert-Lewin up front. There's your free hit locked in. Get that locked in and get your team locked in. 20 to 10 now, an hour and 20 to go to the deadline. We've plenty there. John Michel Pichet, he's fine now. Yeah, I'm tempted Gab to Senesi, but not on yet. Right, grand, all good there. Thoughts, mate? What transfers to make for the bench boost? Here we go. 4 free transfers for Jay in the Patreon here. Verbruggen, Darlow, Gabriel, Hill, Van Heck, Strike, O'Reilly, Semenyo, Tavernier, Palmer, Bruno, Gross, Haaland, Bone, Calvert-Lewin. Gab and Bone to JP and Senesi. All good there. Keep the questions coming in the chat if you haven't done so already. I know it's quite a chilled stream because we had our wildcard locked in last week, but keep the questions coming in if you haven't done so already. We've an hour and 20 to go. We'll try and keep you entertained. We're nearly on 30 likes as well. Go down there, click like on the stream, and we're 23 subs off hitting 9k subscribers. An hour and 20 to pass that. That'd be great if we could at all. Right, lovely stuff. What else are we going for? Yeah, I need to see what the story is with my transfers. I'm just gonna let the Patreon lads and ladies know what I'm thinking. Right, currently toying with the Gab to Senesi move. If you've a couple, do it. Only have one. Right, sound. Dennis Shady Carroll, thanks mate, best of luck for the week. Good man, hope all is well, man. Appreciate that. Ericy Z2334, Bijol or strike, and a hit or two for strikers or the two defenders for double, or hit for defenders and striker for the double. What are we saying there? Bijol or strike? Strike is the safest pick. If you want to go with a Bijol, that's all good there. And a hit for two strikers or two defenders for double, or hit for defender and two strikers for a double. Depends who you have. If you're taking a hit for Haaland, obviously get Haaland into the team there, Eric. Send in the team there, man, if you can at all. We'll take a proper look at it. But a hit for two strikers or two defenders, or hit for defender and striker for double. A striker and defender, if you're looking at a strike and a João Pedro, I'd go with that. Not sure if there were to hit though. Maybe not. I don't think I would, probably for a -8. LS, should I keep Welbeck and take him out for JP if for free? Yes. Any thoughts on Gab, the Senny FPL on a bench because I need to catch 50 points at my money league leader? Right, all good there. Scott, yeah, so what's your thoughts on Thiago at the DCL? Should I be doing that move for free? Go for it. Nice one there. Keeping O'Reilly, so is it worth selling Elliot Anderson for Okafor? Don't think so. Grand. All good there. I'm on bench boost and going to bring in Tavernier for Dango. I want to take out Thiago also, my second free transfer. Would you bring in Senesi, Van Heck or Strike? John O'Mara, are we keeping Nico O'Reilly? Yes, we are. On free hit this week, have I missed anyone? Verbruggen, Strike, Hill, Gahey, Tavernier, Gross, Scott, Semenyo, João Pedro, Haaland. Need O'Reilly. Prob Darlow over Verbruggen. All good there. Graham one there. Darlow over Verbruggen. Back up here then. Palmer. Oh yeah, Shane. What are we saying there? You're missing Palmer. Yeah, Palmer over Scott too. Grand. All good there, Dodd. Any transfers needed? Bench boost going to be activated. 2.7 million in the bank. One free transfer. For Bruggen, Darlow, Van Heck, O'Reilly, Gabriel, Senesi, Hill, Gross, Fernandez, Semenyo, Caicedo, Tavernier, Calvert-Lewin. Would be tempted by Gab to another Leeds. All good there, Tommy, good man. And then hi all and FPL, going to bench boost. What should I change or do? My head to head as JP instead of Welbeck and Van Heck instead of Gabriel. I need to win. 3 free transfers. Gabriel. You've got 3 leads already. So we're Bruggen, Darlow, Gabriel, Strike, O'Reilly, Senesi, Hill, Semenyo, Palmer, Bruno, Gross, Tavernier, Welbeck, Haaland, DCL. Welbeck to JP. Do you keep Gab or go for another defender if you have to beat him? Is it the fully? Then right, good stuff. Back to this then. Gross or Vifer this week? Let's get a Vifer up on a. Is he a defender in the game or is he a midfielder? He's a midfielder. He was playing right back, was he, last week, and still came away with 2 goals. 18 pointer, wow. Defcon 14, that's why he's getting the Defcon. 2 goals. I wouldn't go near him, to be honest with you, just because that's probably his haul for the next couple of weeks. And if the fact he's playing right back, he might get the Defcon against the two of them, really, to be honest with you. Yeah, how is he going for Defcon? 14, 9, 19, 14, yeah. So he obviously needs 12. He's a midfielder in the game. Still think I'd be going Gross there. Just because he's he's on set pieces. Maybe he's got his big haul last week FIFA before the double gaming, so I wouldn't be pushed into going for a massively. No, definitely not. Go for it. So, would you go Riley instead of Gahey on a free hit? Yeah, get O'Reilly. Playing behind Haaland. Right, all good there. Nice one, good stuff. Everyone happy out there. Sound. Hey, error. Use wildcard earlier on the season. Have 5 doubles, 3 free transfers. Should I free hit or bench boost and load up on doubles? Hey, use wildcard earlier in the season. Have 5 doubles, grand. 3 free transfers. Should I free hit or use bench boost and load up on doubles? And Toast98, send in the full team there. We can take a look at how many you have for next week. If you have 5 double gaming players, that means you have 10 for next week, considering they all play for their teams. If you've got 10 for next week, maybe you just free hit this week and then use your transfers then on the doubles then, or on the blanks next week. Load up on double gaming players this week, and then sort out your blank gaming team next week then with free transfers. That's what I'd probably be doing there. All good there. Yeah. Right, grand. If you have 2-3 free transfers, a lot of people ask me that in the Patreon. If you have two, 3 or even 4 free transfers, Gabriel out is a no-brainer this week. Get him back in then with one of your free transfers. I'm even considering it on 1 free transfer. So let's see. Scrolling through here now, everyone has got 14 double gaming players on Twitter. Maybe that's going to push me into doing a Pep late for his press conference. I imagine he's okay, right, grand, all good. Just looking to see if there's any news on the timeline. Grand. DCL or Thiago this week, Eric. If you've got a free transfer, Thiago to DCL, all good there. Ross, apologies, I skipped you there. Hi mate, I'm on free hit. Should I start Tavernier or Gibbs White? Tavernier with the double game, I would do. I know Tavernier doubles and Gibbs White doesn't, but I feel like Gibbs White could do more in a single game week than Tavernier will. Let's get Tavernier up on screen here. Full profile. He hasn't returned in the last 5, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. No return in his last 4, 1 return in his last 6 by the looks of it. An assist against Sunderland in the early kickoff that wiped out my Ukulele clean sheet that week. Still not holding a grudge, don't worry, Tavernier, unless you get something this week. Would you go him over Tavernier? Newcastle away, Leeds at home. Is that Sunday or is it today? No, it's at 3 p.m. today. Maybe you do. Maybe you go for Tavernier just because the double game week. I think I would still go for it. Yeah, get it done. Right. The number 1 in the world. What's he going for here? He had Scott in his team amazingly on his wildcard team, was it, or his free hit team last week? Eric Ibsen. Fair play to him. Yeah, he's got Gabriel, Scott, Senesi, Tavernier, Strike, Darlow. He's well set up for this week alongside myself. I wonder, is he going to do Gabriel to Senesi or Hill? Cucurella or Hill? Already have Senesi and 1 free transfer only. Cucurella or Hill? I still would probably go Hill for the DEFCON. Cucurella, you're probably reliant on an attack and return for him. Doesn't really get DEFCON. Let's see the last time he got DEFCON. If I say that now, he probably got it against City, but I don't think he did. Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0. Fair enough, he didn't play those games. 7, 5, 5, 1, 1, 9. Only hit it there. 11 in game week, whatever that is, against Palace. Game week 23. He's not getting DEFCON. No, Hill is your man. Two DEFCONs from Hill over the double game week. That's 4 points. That's as good as Cucurella getting assists. Better than Cucurella getting assists. So that's what I'll be going for there. Start Enzo or Senesi. I don't see the love for Enzo this week. I'd still be going Senesi there. Don't read into it at all. Definitely not. So yeah, leave it on Senesi in the team. 32 likes. Next time we hit 40 likes, we're opening up our World Cup pack. So keep the likes coming on stream if you haven't done so already. What are we on the sub count then? We're 24 subs still off hitting 9k subscribers. Go down there and help us out if you haven't done so already. That'd be very, very much appreciated. Thanks, man. Current team: Antos. Current team is Verbruggen, Dubravka, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Anderson, Mukulele, Hill, Tavernier, Dewsbury Hall, Dango, Bruno, Mbeumo, Ekatika, Haaland. Ekatika is going to have to go. Mbeumo probably has to go. Dewsbury Hall, Dango. I'll be free hitting this week, yeah. Free hitting this week on that team. You've got a 3 free transfers, didn't you say? So that means you're going to have to do a goalkeeper transfer. Just go without a goalkeeper in 34 next week. Van Dijk, Anderson, Mukulele is fine in the fence. Dewsbury Hall, Dango, Bruno, Mbeumo, Ekatika, Haaland, Thiago. Ekatika is going to have to go next week anyway. I just use your free hit this week and then sort out the team next week. All good with that. Sound. Right, 55% on bench boost, which shows if you're not using a chip this week, you could be looking towards a red arrow, unless, as I said, the likes of a Bowen or Thiago pops off this morning. I'll be hoping he doesn't though. So let's see. Wildcard team for the Gameweek 33. Set up with bench boost 35 in mind and taking 3 free transfers and 36 to buy some Palace and third Arsenal. Good luck, whatever chip you're playing this week. Right, sound, all good there. Gabriel to Gehi, Cunha to Enzo. Fair enough, 2 free transfers there. Right, all good. Sound, bench boost is on for 55%. Let's end this poll there. Good to see that. Let's get another poll going. Right, so 31% on free hit, 7% on no chip, and 6% on wildcard. How many double game week players have you on bench boost? Let's go 15, 14, if I can even put in that right. 13, 9 to 12. Right, let's see what that poll is going to say. Grand. Few keeping Gabriel. I'm just scrolling through here, seeing a few keeping Gabriel. I'll want him back. I know I will want him back. So that's already booking in a transfer down the line. It's whether or not Senesi gets me some points over the double to make it worthwhile. If you get 1 clean sheet, it will be worthwhile. City, I'm going into this game week with City definitely scoring. Definitely scoring. So it's just whether or not I'll go with it. Ian Furtick, well now 1 free transfer and on bench boost. Is Gabriel to strike worth it? If you have Darlow already, if you have your double Bournemouth then as well, I still think probably it is worth it. Gabriel to strike. Maybe, just maybe. Have a look at this poll here. 40% on 14 double gaming players. A couple of points even is a good few in rank also. So unless I've no other free or transfers to make, do you know what? Let's get that up on a screen here. It wasn't an FPL team. Yeah, let's get this up on stream here. So this is my current team. Can you see this on stream? Can you? No, you can't. Right, let me move this around. Can you see this now? No. That any better? No, it's not. Right, window capture. It needs to. This is why you don't go messing. There we go. Right, that's all good. Of course, that's the way you do it. Right. So this is my team for this week. All well and good. Right, 13 maybe 14 double gaming players. If I do that Senesi move for Gabriel, alright, that'll give me 14 double gaming players. 3.7 in the bank. Forget about a free hit next week. All good there. I've only got Bruno Fernandes playing. At least he's got the Airman though. And then if I look at a 35 team, Burnley at home, grand. Crystal Palace at home, then I'll be looking to backtrack on that. bring in Gabriel. Could nearly even keep Senesi if I had to. And then Tavernier would probably come in for Gross. That's fine. Probably Strike in for. To be fair, nothing wrong with that team at all. Absolutely nothing wrong with that team. In 35 grand, barring injuries anyway. Cool. So we're well set up there. Then, yeah, 1 free transfer used there. All fine there. On to the next week then after that. So then this where we... Okay, Wolves at home. Triple Brighton against Wolves at home fair. The season's over anyhow, so not too fussed about that. Fulham away isn't the worst fixture either. Even Spurs away for Leeds isn't a bad fixture there too. Liverpool against Chelsea. I'm not too fussed about that either. We're actually not in a bad shape either. Then we go the triple Leeds against the triple Brighton is where it could come into an issue there. Fair enough. Man City against Bournemouth then with a 37 might be an issue. 37 might be an issue. I need another Arsenal attacker or a defender at least. Whether that's going Raya, maybe it's a bit boring, but maybe we might have to do it, or get someone on the attacking front. Fair. We're not actually set up too bad at all there. Grand. Right. Good to know. Right. Let's get this sorted back on stream here. Window capture. Here we go. Let's drag that back in on stream. And we're back. Lovely. We're still learning at this streaming crack, don't worry, but good to know that we're all good there. Right. Ani Kedhawan, still number 1 in India. Good man. Free hit. Team is 11. Darlow, Senesi, Gahey, Goodmunson. Goodmunson isn't a bad shout either. Palmer, Enzo, Semenyo, Tavernier, Haaland, DCL, João Pedro. Share your suggestions. Darlow, Senesi. I still think you need you need O'Reilly over Gahey there, man. Goodmunson, Palmer, Enzo, Semenyo, Tavernier, all good there. Haaland, DCL, and João Pedro. Share your suggestions there. Darlow's fine. Senesi's fine. Goodmunson is fine. I do think you need O'Reilly. Palmer plus Enzo plus Semenyo plus Tavernier, all good there. Not mad on the Enzo pick, but I can see why you're going for triple Chelsea with that United defence also. Haaland, DCL, João Pedro. Just the Enzo one, I'm not sure. Just the Enzo one. Another thing with the Arsenal defence, getting rid of Gabriel. If I do get rid of Gabriel, and that means I'll be obviously be hoping it's a goal for Leicester City then as well. Right, grand. Okay, cool. Nice one, grand. 38% on 13, so that's even giving myself a small bit of an upper hand if I do make that Gabriel to Senesi move, if I go for it. And to be honest with you, as I said there, I'm looking at myself, the replay of going through my team there, we're not in bad shape at all up until 37 anyways, is where the next issue comes with triple Leeds against triple Brighton, but we can easily bench whoever team isn't in form in that one. If Leeds are still in a relegation battle, I'll be going the Leeds lads and then benching the Brighton lads. Enzo, O'Reilly over Gahey there, Ani Kedhawan, and then Enzo maybe to a Gross or Hinchelwood, not fully gone on the triple Chelsea, but I understand why you're going for it, so that's fair enough. So maybe leave it at that. Maybe. Right, we're on 36 likes. Once we hit 40 likes, where is our pack of cards gone that we had? We've already pulled this Adriana one, of course, when we're wearing the Inter Milan top. Where is the pack of the World Cup cards gone? They were just right. Here we go. They're under all our open packs. We have this to come. We have a limited edition tops pack to open then as well. Keep the likes coming on stream here too. And once we get to 40 likes, we'll open up one of our World Cup packs. But any Kedhawan, still number 1 in India. Can we see where are you ranked in the world? That is crazy. You're on the stream every week, which is great to see. And hopefully you get close to the top 10 in the world. That'd be absolutely outrageous. Surely you're up there. If you're up there in India, India is a great country for FPL anyway. Can we see you here, man? Can see in the top 10. Let me know what rank you are in the world. Surely you're top 50 in the world, aren't you? What are we saying? FTBL07, sell 2 defenders and 2 midfielders, or sell 1 defender and 3 midfielders. 2 and 2, I think I'll be going there. If you have a Leeds defender, if you have at least one of the Bournemouth lads, and then if you're looking towards a Palmer, if you don't have him in midfield already, he's a priority. But then you've got Tavernier and Gross. That's what you're going for there. Wenger, should I captain Haaland or Semenyo? If you're chasing, nothing wrong with going Semenyo. I think this is the one for Haaland this week, especially with the Burnley game. And he's due a big return. No goal in his last 5. Am I right saying that? Last 5 Premier League games anyway. Am I right in saying that? 1, 2, 3, 4. No goal in his last 4 games, right? 4 Premier League games. So he's going for that. 255 overall for our man in India. Outrageous, man. Top 100 shorty. I'll be rooting for you. Good man. Right. Matoma to Enzo, Bowen to DCL, bench boost active, 5k overall from FPL Fran. Nice one. With 1 free transfer. Would you do? Right, let me see what the Twitter's saying. On this one, right? Quick 30-minute poll on this. Sound. 2036 points. Crazy, man. Good stuff. Luca, sell Gabriel to Hill. Gabriel price dropped. Cheers, man. You are my favourite content creator. Appreciate that, man. Class. And I appreciate you tuning in every week. Live from India. Outrageous. We're going worldwide. That is class, man. I love that. Hope you have a great end to the season, as always. You don't need my help any if you're up that high, but good man. On that, let me know how you end up on the free hit. I would be probably going O'Reilly over Gahey. Maybe Enzo to a Gross. If you do want to go elsewhere instead of Enzo. I'm not feeling the Enzo love, to be honest with you, but do let me know, man, where you end up on that. Good stuff. Castle, who would you recommend in place for Gabriel? I have a feeling that Arsenal will bottle the league. Already have Hill, O'Reilly, Van Heck and Strike. Senesi, Castle, get Senesi in there. Good stuff. Luca, right, what were we saying here? Luca, sorry. Sell Gabriel to Hill. Gabriel's price dropped to 7.1. I can just afford to get Gabriel back in 35. Bench boost active. 0.3 million in the bank and 4 free transfers. Yes, if you have 4 free transfers, I'm considering it doing this move with 1 free transfer. So get it done. 4 free transfers, definitely. Right then, 10:05, 55 minutes to go until the deadline. That's just my one decision, what to do this week. That's literally it. Right, grand, all good there. Tavernier and O'Reilly, or Shirky and Strike. Tavernier and O'Reilly, definitely. I'm on free hit. I've Leeds goalkeeper. Who's the best Leeds defender, do I think? Strike. Get Strike in the team there, yeah. Get that done. 41 likes. Time for another pack. Appreciate that. We've just hit 41 likes. Time to open our World Cup pack here. Shout out to Tops once again, who sent us over a few of these packs to open up on stream then too. Pity, as I said, no Ireland cards are going to be in it. That's life. Anyway, we'll forget about that. But here we go. As I said, if we do pack anyone good, that's funny. I was just on about Ireland. First card we get is an England crest. Right, we're going to open these up right at the camera. Let's see if I can guess them looking at the camera. Right, someone upside down there. England, there we go. We're not too fussed about that. England, who is that now? An icon, it says. A goalkeeper icon. Oh, Matt Ryan, FPL GOAT. Who's this now? Forward, can't even see him. Baghdad Bonaja. No clue who he is, I won't lie. Is that that's an Austrian crest, is it? No, Poland crest. Kiwior. My Gameweek 38 hero 2 years ago. He got a 15 pointer against Wolves. It wasn't last year, I think it was 2 years ago. Is that Bruno Fernandes? Wow, Bruno Fernandes. There we go. He's getting a return this week after packing him there. That's another one of our good pulls this week. Right, who else have we? A forward. El Mardi. No clue who he is. Defender here. Is that a blue jersey? I can't see the crest. No clue who that is. No clue. And then last up, then that's Mexico, surely. Cesar Montes. So best two pulls this morning are Adriano and that Bruno Fernandes. Class. Right. Back to the stream here. 55 minutes to go until the deadline. Keep the questions coming as always. 9 to 12 on bench boost is winning. So if you have 14 lads on a bench boost, this is where you get your gains this week. 9 to 12 is very interesting. Right then, 54 minutes to go until the deadline. Keep the likes coming on stream there then as well. I want to get into those limited edition packs. 19 likes away from getting to 60s before we open those limited edition packs, but let's see how we get on. Right, back to the chat here. What are we saying? I've Leeds goalkeeper. Who's the best Leeds defender, do you think? If I was looking at a Leeds defender, Bogle got his attack and return last week, but is he good for the DEFCON? Is he good for the DEFCON is a question. 6'5", 159. No, so he's not. Bijal hit it last week. 3.9 million. Rodon is meant to be coming back into the team, so I wonder, does that affect Goodmanson's and Bijal's minutes? Maybe. DEFCON 10, 16, 18, 12, 2, and then he hasn't been playing. Goodmanson there. Strike is your safe pick anyway. Who's this Goodmanson? 604275. If you want to play it safe, I think you probably have to go strike. If you want to play it safe, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Tavernier and O'Reilly or Shirky and strike. Tavernier and O'Reilly. Yeah, I'm just laughing at that. Replay of the England badge coming up. Gabriel to Bogle. I've one free transfer and I'm doing bench boost. If you're chasing, if you want some points, why not? If you'll be wasting another transfer or using another transfer, getting Gabriel back into the team. So maybe you go for it. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of teams now without Gabriel. Interesting. We will get through a free hit team then as well. We will. People asking for it there. Gabriel to Bogle. I've one free transfer. I'm doing bench boost. Why not go for it? Yeah. Luca, bench boost active. Gabriel's price dropped to 7.1. I have 0.3 million in the bank and 4 free transfers, and I can just about afford him in Gameweek 35. Should I sell Gabriel to Hill or no? I already have 13 double Gameweek players. If you've got 4 free transfers, get it done. Yeah, get it done. Rupert, hello mate. Is Semenyo essential this week? I'm on a free hit and would rather have a Haaland and 2 City defenders. I'd have Haaland and Semenyo definitely, and then O'Reilly. That's your City triple up. That's your City triple up. That's what you have to go for. Get those locked in. Do I need to sell Elliot Anderson? I've no more free transfers. Leo, keep him. Not for a -4. Don't do Anderson out for a -4. Definitely not. No. Yeah, I need to sort out the bench boost also. Someone asked in the Patreon, who am I benching? We're bench boosting anyway, so it doesn't matter who we're benching. But if I was looking at it, I'd probably be benching the Van Heck for Bruggen, Bruno and Hill. Gabriel at the moment, but I think I am leaning towards doing the Senesi move. Right, updated team. Darlow, Senesi, O'Reilly, Bijal, Van Heck, Palmer. Would you go Hill over Van Heck? Palmer, Semenyo, Tavernier, Haaland, DCL, João Pedro. Thinking to start for Bruggen as goalkeeper and have Strike instead of Van Heck. Would you double up? Would you double down on the Leeds lads? Darlow and Strike. I understand why you're spreading the risk of Verbruggen and Strike, but would you nearly just double up on the Leeds defence? Wolves at home, surely. Wolves season's over. Surely did they get their clean sheet in that game. Maybe not the fact that United scored with 10 players last week. Maybe we're reading that into that too much. For Brogan, Van Heck, Bruno, and probably Hill is going to be my bench boost. Cucurella or Senesi if I'm on a free hit. Safran. Senesi. Cucurella not looking likely to get DEFCON. Senesi if he gets at least one DEFCON, an extra 2 points. If he gets 2 DEFCON, that's obviously it's 4 points, but Cucurella's a potential assist if he gets one. If Senesi gets 2 DEFCON, he outscores him there. So I'd be going for Senesi in that. That's what I'll be going for there. Right, 43 likes, appreciate that. Keep the likes coming on the stream. Let's try and get this pushed out to a few more people around the world for the last hour, and let's try and see if we can hit 9k subs. 24 subs off 9k. Go down there and click subscribe if you haven't done so already. Help an Irish brother out and get us across the line. M Fahy 620 debating to take out Bruno for Enzo to go broke with 15 doublers with bench boost, bring him back, and 36 3 free transfers. I still think Bruno Fernandes could outscore Enzo over the 2 games. Palmer maybe not. Enzo yes. If United get a penalty, I do think Bruno returns. Can see that game being 2-2, 2-1. A couple of goals in that for either team, especially with that defence for United, so probably get that done. Dubravka, let me know, Fahy, what you're going for. But yeah, I'd be going for that. I put up a poll on Twitter. Maybe I should do it here then in a couple of minutes' time. Also, 64% are telling me to do the Gabriel move at 1 free transfer. Stupid on my behalf. Should have done it last week. At least Gabriel got his attacking return last week though. Parente, no bother at all, man. Michael, current free hit team was tempted to go 4-3-3 and start a 4th defender over Hinchelwood or Scott. Palmer, Semenyo, Haaland, João Pedro, Calvert-Lewin. Looks good like that. Worth bringing in Enzo, Leeds midfielder for -4. Alright, only if it was Palmer. Fede 2-3-3-3. Dubravka, Sanchez, Hill, Gabriel, Thiaw, Van Dijk, Richards, Bruno, Ndai, Wilson, Dango, Tavernier, Haaland, Ekatika, Thiago. 4 free transfer, got free hit, triple captain, bench boost still to use. Should I do free hit this game week? Yeah, you can sort out your team with a wildcard or 4 free transfers next week. Free hit even in the latter game weeks of the season. Probably should have used the wildcard last week to bench boost this week, then to sort your free hit next week, then the triple captain in 36, and you would have been set up lovely. But I do think, yeah, get your free hit out of the way. You can sort your team next week with free transfers and triple captain in 36. When are you going to use a bench boost then? 35, 37, 38, maybe 35 if you're wildcarding some Leeds players in against Burnley. Maybe that's your route for a bench boost, but you've got plenty of chips to use. You have to use one this week sooner rather than later, or the season's going to be over, and you can't carry chips over the next season, unfortunately. But yeah, I'd go with the triple captain 36 bench boost if you're getting a couple of leads on it with your couple of free transfers. Free hit this week, I think I would do. Get it done. Fede 2-3-3-3-3. Get that done. Fahy 620. You could be right regarding Enzo, but United's defence looks very dodgy today, and Chelsea could score at least a couple. True, but I do think United do get one. Bruno could outscore Enzo over the 2 games. Fair. I do think Chelsea will get a couple of goals tonight, but that's between Palmer and João Pedro. Maybe that's a wee bit biased if I have the 2 of them in my team. Yeah, we'll see. Right. What else have we on stream? Right, 10:15. I need to decide on that Gabriel move or not. Let me know what you do, Fahy, anyway, but I'll be keeping Bruno Fernandes there. Daniel Wynne Thomas 466. Sticking with O'Reilly. You worried about rotation with him? I know he's been back in training. He's Pep's man. If he's fit, he's going to start that Arsenal game. Might be rotated in the Burnley game. I'm happy enough to take the risk with it. Not worth a free transfer. Want him for the rest of the season. Want him for the double in 36. Albeit if he's still fit by then. If he doesn't pick up another injury along the way. If he's back already. Yeah, I think I'd be keeping him, especially with the double for 36 for City around the corner. Then two, if you're on your free hit, maybe you could go Gahey in the hopes he's benched for the second game against Burnley. Gahey will start the 2 games, but O'Reilly's your man, playing behind Haaland, playing very, very attacking. He's been City's top scorer, hasn't he, over the last couple of weeks anyway, between the league and cup. So yeah, go for that. Polish Ver, morning Niall, should I sell Thiago for DCL? I'm on bench boost. Decisions. How many free transfers have you, Paul Siver? Let me know. I probably would do for it if you're on the bench boost. And if you have a couple of free transfers, get it done. Thiago did well for you last week. Why not take your points and run? Yeah, people are doing the Gabriel move as well. Interesting. That's another thing. If I was bench boosting, would I be bench boosting the 3 Brighton lads? Would I be doing Gross on the bench too? Interesting. Right, Cucurella or Senesi if I'm on free hit. Cucurella or Senesi. Thoughts on triple captain? Haaland, save it for 36. 2 home games against Brentford and Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace will be certainly at the beach. So yeah, triple captain on Haaland. Leave it for 36. Not announced yet, but it should be. It will be announced. Sounds good. Cheers, mate. Daniel Wynne Thomas. No bother at all, man. Scott, I've got 1 free transfer left. I think it's worth Gabriel to send us here. I'm seriously tempted. Could be the difference. I think you're right. I've done 1 free transfer. Thanks, man. No bother at all. Paul Siver. Good man. Go for it. AWB Fanatic. Aaron Wan-Bissaka Fanatic, maybe. Would you start Juve? Or maybe a Juve Fanatic if you've got Juve in the team over Wan-Bissaka. Juve or Gabriel, because I'm worried about Arsenal versus City, whereas West Ham are in a good run of form against a poor Palace side. What's the rest of your team there? Do send it in, AWB Fanatic. If you're worried between Juve and Gabriel, it has to be Gabriel because he could get some DEFCON. Send in the rest of your team there. Could you make a couple of transfers, get a few more double gaming players maybe? Let me know on that. I'm on free hit. Are we keeping Bruno Fernandes, Ross? Yeah, we are. We packed them earlier. If that's a sign to keep Bruno Fernandes, that's a sign. If there ever was a sign. There we go. Ryan or Diego Gomez this week. Tavernier. If you haven't got Tavernier, Ryan or Diego Gomez with the Brighton front, or with the 2 wing spots for Brighton, Matoma, Minta and Gomez are going to share those 3 spots over 2 games. I do think there's going to be a bit of a rotation around the 2, so let's see where we end up on that. But we'll see. What do you think of captain armband on Alex Scott? I don't think so. No, definitely not. No. I know he's pushing for a call up for the World Cup, but no, I wouldn't go for that. No, leave off that. Haaland captain this week, maybe even a potential Semenyo captain later on the season. No, I wouldn't go with that. Would you buy DCL or João Pedro? I already have Enzo and Palmer. Triple Chelsea feels a bit much if I go with JP. I think it's already enough having Enzo. I would have had the Palmer and JP. DCL or João Pedro, I still think I'd want João Pedro over DCL, but I'd prefer DCL, João Pedro and Palmer and not have Enzo. But I think you're going to have to leave it at that. It's a bit of a toss up there really. DCL or João Pedro, I still think I'd want João Pedro. DCL is, if he got a return last week, I'll be confident of going with DCL into the double game week, but I'm not mad on him after his few misses last week, so maybe you have to leave it on João Pedro. Triple Chelsea, but United are missing a few. Could be a few goals for Chelsea tonight. Maybe go for it. Haaland captain, had a sneaky feeling for Palmer. If you're chasing, nothing wrong with going Palmer. As I said, I do think United aren't bother on the defence. Chelsea could get a couple of goals tonight. Going into that Brighton game then as well. Brighton aren't the most solid in defence. Also, Burnley had 2 goals ruled out last week for Bruggen, had to make 2 wonder saves also in that game. Not mad on Brighton's chance for a clean sheet over the double game week, but we have them there because we've got a double game week. For Bruggen getting some save points, Van Heck getting some DEFCON, and he always has a chance of getting a sneaky attack in return also. So why not? If you are chasing though, nothing wrong with going Palmer captain if you want. Go for it if you do want to go with that. Yeah, I need to decide on what I'm doing with Gabriel. Is right. 20 past 10. It's a difficult one as it would help, but then we would want Gabriel back surely, and his price has risen loads and have had him all season basically. I've 2.1 million in the bank, so money isn't an issue. Have you much? Alright, grand there. Sound. -4 to sell him. Mbeumo, Wilson or Szoboszlai for a double game week player. -4 to sell him. Mbeumo, Wilson or Szoboszlai. Maybe Szoboszlai. Who can you get though? What's in the bank, Adrian? Let me know how much you have in the bank. What do you think of Cucurella as a free hit option? No. João Pedro, Palmer. Wouldn't go near the Chelsea defence, to be honest with you. United will get one. Brighton will probably get one then as well. I do think Brighton will score over the 2 games. I don't think I'll be going for it. No. Right, nearly 25 past 10. 38 minutes to go until the deadline. We're nearly on 50 likes. Go down there, give the like, or give the stream a like. Give the stream a like if you haven't done so already, and hit subscribe. We're on the road to 9k subs. It'd be great if we could hit 9k subs on today's stream. And do us a solid, click subscribe if you haven't done so already, and you'll make this Irish man a very happy man on the 18th of April. Can we do it? Let's see. Don Tarek in the chat. Don, hope all is well, man. Let me know if you have any questions ahead of the deadline. What do you think of Cucurella as a free hit option? I think the Leeds have a better chance of a clean sheet over the 2 games. Hill and Senesi with their DEFCON potential. I think I'd leave those 2 instead of Cucurella. Go with that. Go with those. All good there. Gabriel to Hill or roll. If you've got a couple of free transfers, even if you've got one, I'm tempted to do it. So maybe go for it. Yeah, why not go for it? Hill is going to get at least 1 DEFCON over the double game week. Let me get him up on screen here. He's been a DEFCON monster over the last couple of weeks. Bear with us 1 second now. I'm going to close this blind because the light is annoying me for a sec. Don't know if that's any better now on the... That might be better lighting wise now, is it? Yeah, the lighting's a bit better now. Good stuff. Right, that was just annoying me there. Apologies for that. Right, good stuff. What else have we? Gabriel to Hill or roll. If for free, why not go for it? Adrian, what were you saying there? 1.3 million in the bank. Where was your question there, Adrian? -4 to sell Mbeumo. So you've got, if you're selling Szoboszlai, and Mbeumo isn't a safe person to start. I suppose if he got rested last week, surely starts the Chelsea game, we try and get them on the counter attack. So maybe leave Mbeumo. Szoboszlai, maybe you keep Wilson. He's been good to us all season then as well. So you've got 1.3 for about a 7 million or so midfielder. You can't get the Palmer. Tavernier, I know he hasn't returned over the last couple of weeks, but I would still go Tavernier. Get him into the team there. Get that done. Right then, good stuff there, all good. 1 free transfer, already have Senesi. Juan Tao, what was the question? Juan Tao, can't see the first one. Send it in there, man. Can't see your first question. Get it sent in there, and we will get back to you. Don't worry on that. Right, grand. Without making that transfer, we've got 2.3, but we'll have 0 transfers left. Playing free hit next week means that she'll get 1 back, and then 2 free transfers for 35. You won't. You'll only have 1 then. You have 1 for 35 after the free hit. Yeah, so keep that in mind then as well. If you're trying to save up transfers, if you free hit next week, you won't have 2 free transfers because you're doing an action. So you won't get it. Team is well set up for 35, so shouldn't have any issues with using for Gab. Grand, right, Scott, let us know on that. With JP instead of Welbeck, it will same things beside me having Gabriel and him having Van Heck. I'm trying to save transfer for future weeks. He'll beat you if he has the extra fixture. Just keep that in mind. Grand. Right, Scott, already have Senesi. Should I do Gab to a Brighton defender? Justin already. Van Heck, prob. So, yeah. Grand. Mario in the chat. Mario, sorry I missed you there. I was replying to a few lads and ladies over on Patreon. Juan Tau, Gabriel De Hill. I think I would. 1 free transfer, already have Senesi. I think I would. I think I'm going to do the Senesi move, to be honest with you. It's just deciding whether or not to lock it in. Well, Niall, how's the form? I'm top of 2 head-to-head leagues that go into quarters, semis and final last 3 game weeks, so saving all my chips. What's your take on best strategy chips-wise? So is that wildcard, free hit, triple captain Mario, or is it bench boost, free hit, triple captain? If you're looking at 36, triple captain on Haaland for that double game week, bench boost, and the 37 Arsenal against Burnley. Depends how your team is set up. Leeds against Brighton. If you're wild carding already with a couple of Leeds and Brighton lads, you might want to bench boost those. So maybe you might have to free hit in 37, but then 38 there could be plenty of rotation. So maybe you leave off the bench boost in 38 to go back to 37. How's the team set up, Mario? Send us in the team anyway. Locking down triple captain in 36 definitely. But it's just what's going to be doing after that. There's the team dependent. Even Bournemouth against Man City, we all own 6 Bournemouth and Man City lads. That's another thing. I'm going to have Leeds and Brighton and Bournemouth against Man City in the 137. That could be one that game. It might hurt me. Wow. Interesting. Right, good to know. Send in the team, Mario, and I'll help you with that. But definitely triple captain in 36. What's the move if I have every chip except free hit? I'm top 10k somehow. Not somehow, you're having a stormer and played free hit on a night out. LOL, help me. Send in the team there, Kerr. I've got 4 free transfers and 5 double game weeks at the moment. If your free hit is gone, is it a free hit on a night out? Send in the team there and we'll help you on your way to sorting out your team. Just type it in there, your starting 11 if you wouldn't mind there. Kerr 9368. We'll get back to you. Start 3: Hill, Senesi, Gahey, Strike, Van Heck. Gahey, Strike and Senesi is what I'll be going for there. Hill and Van Heck on the bench, but have O'Reilly there if you can at all. Get that done, get that locked in if you're on the free hit. 57 likes, 3 likes off hitting 60 likes, and we can open our next pack. And where is it gone? I might have to loosen another pack of cards. It's a limited edition pack. I had them all laid out nicely, and then once you start streaming, am I after? Oh, here it is. Here, right there we go. Right, there's a limited edition pack with 2 limited edition players in this one, I think. So let's see who we got. You can't see who it is. It's a Real Madrid player. First off, I can see that. Worth doing Gordon to Scott with 1 free transfer on bench boost this week. Yeah, go for it. Go for it there. Hill, Senesi, yeah, Van Heck and Hill on the bench there. Is Lacroix available? Let's have a look. Lacroix. Yellow flagged, knee injury. Are they going to risk him? Probably wouldn't. If you have him, move him on. I know they have that double in 36 that hasn't been announced yet, but it will be. But maybe just move him on there. Yeah, I'd get him out of the team. Hill, Senesi, Strike, Lacroix for those. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Okay, I'll have a think. Then we'll get Arsenal, second Arsenal for 36. No problem. I'm just thinking about the points, and I have the money available. Yeah, someone asking me or having doubts about doing the Gabriel to Senesi move only because I have 2.3 in the bank, or 2.1 is it? So I can afford to 2.1 in the bank. I can afford to lose out in the Gabriel. What is he now? He's down to 7.1. Yeah, so I probably should have sold him last night and would have kept 0.1. But sure, look, it doesn't matter. Alice in the Patreon here, not going to be annoying after they get Gabrak in. I'll want him back. Yeah, but just thinking about the extra points over the double game could win you money league. Right, all good there. Scott, yeah, that's fair. Maybe I'm thinking a bit too conservative. I should go for it. I was thinking like that, but my mind changed now. Alright, I think. Sound. And Connor in the Patreon, then we'll get right back to the YouTube chat here then as well. Keep the questions coming. Should I do Gab to Cucurella and keep Welbeck and risk it? That way they all double. Not mad on Cucurella. If it was Senesi or Hill, that's fine. Grand. And then Connor, what are we saying? I can do Gab to Senesi and Thiago to JP, but I'm thinking save my transfers could be better as I've 0 point in the bank at the moment. Thiago to JP. You'll want Gab back in a few weeks if you go with the moves. Right, all good there. That's everyone got back to for now. Right, back to this chat. Mario, here we go. Goalkeeper Raya, Dubravka, Strike, Gabriel, Hill, Verge, Anderson, Palmer, Semenyo, Bruno, Rice, João Pedro, Bowen, Thiago. So you have no Haaland first off. You have to have a route to get Haaland into the team there. First off, William, right. We'll get to William first, Mario, then we'll get back to you. More than all, did you get a chance to look in my team for Discord? Let's get back to you, William, here. So on the Discord, as you are a member, good man. William, thoughts to do change Gabriel a role back to some transfers in a few weeks' time. Seriously considering doing Gab to Senesi for one free transfer myself. I'm thinking of doing it, William. It's just whether I actually go for it. I am tempted by it. Even Alex is asking the same. 1.7 million with the same team. Should I do Gabriel to Senesi? You have plenty in the bank to get Gabriel back. So maybe we do go for that 2.1 in the bank. I am considering. Mario, right. Sorry, Mario, right. Tempted the wildcard this week. Still make up rank, but there's money on the line with the head-to-head league. So my thinking was wildcard 36, free hit 37. You'll be wanting to, when are you going to use a? Oh, you've no triple captain, is it? Does that mean you've used your triple captain? Quarters, semis, and so saving all my chips. So you've no triple captain, so that's good to know. So you don't need to worry about the triple captain in 36 for Haaland, but you can worry about getting back in on wildcard. There's money on the line with the head-to-head league, so my thinking was wildcard 36. If you're wildcard in 36, there's not much of ones you can really get. You've triple City, fair enough, but then you're not really going to get triple Palace considering that they're still in Europe. They were drinking in wherever they were during the week then as well, and I think West Ham are playing them this week, so West Ham could get a couple of goals in that game. So I wouldn't be mad on looking at the wild card, just if you're looking towards getting 3 from City and 3 from Palace with that double game week. I don't think I'll be looking for it. But for now, Raya, Strike, Gabriel, Hill, Verge, Palmer, Semenyo, Bruno, Wilson, Rice, JP, Bowen, Thiago. Free hit 37. Free hit 37. We'll be looking at triple Arsenal against Burnley. Chelsea against Spurs, the Spurs are gone. United against Forest would be 9 players there. Fulham against Wolves, maybe. Not mad on the free hit in 37. Bench boost in 38, as I said, Mario, then could be a lot of rotation in game week 38 if the league is all over. Bar Arsenal and Man City. I'm not sure if we'll be looking towards the bench boost that week, so not ideal. Maybe I don't know what to say, because I'd be looking towards using the wildcard this week to get your team sorted for the next couple of weeks, but just because you want to save for later on, maybe go that route. But maybe swap the bench boost in 37 and free hit in 38, because we will get news before the deadline, surely. We always get it every year. So maybe bench boost 37, free hit 38. But you're going to have to set up your wildcard in 36 for a bench boost in 37. So you're stocking up on United, Chelsea, Arsenal assets as you would be doing already. That's what you're going for there. Just keep that in mind. That's the only thing I can tell you. But yeah, have I decided on Gabriel yet, Paul? Not yet, but I think I will do it. It's not locked in yet. Right, 59 likes, 50 people watching us. Once we hit 60 likes, we're going to be opening up another pack here. As I said, we're 25 subs now. We lost one. We're 25 subs off hitting 9k subscribers. Head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. If you are enjoying the content. If you're not, you don't need to click subscribe, of course. But it honestly would be great if we could get the 9k subs before the end of this stream. So your support is greatly appreciated. Let's go for it, Niall. City will definitely score a massive game. Gabriel comes away at 1 or 3 points if he gets DEFCON. I think he gets the yellow card also. Alex, yeah, I was saying that earlier on the stream. I do think he gets the yellow card in this game, or City get 2, and that could be 1 to 2 points from Gabriel. Then that's what's kind of pushing me towards it. Probably should have thought about that last week when I was on the wildcard, but I did think Arsenal were going to get a clean sheet against Bournemouth. It felt wrong taking out double Arsenal, so I wanted to keep one Arsenal for myself. At least Gabriel got the assist last week. I think maybe I'm going to be pushed into doing it. True Fair over Senesi of chase and rank. Nothing wrong with going True Fair. More chance of an attack and return from True Fair. More chance of a DEFCON return from Senesi. So it's just whether or not Senesi is going to get 2 DEFCON. If he gets 2 DEFCON and True Fair doesn't, True Fair gets an assist, Senesi still outscores True Fair with a DEFCON 4-3. I'll keep that in mind. Marquio Mac, Calvert-Lewin, Haaland and Thiago front 3. Have one transfer yet left. Do a roll or do a bring in João Pedro? I'll be tempted to bring in João Pedro there, yeah. Start strike or take a punt to go slightly differential. I'd still go for strike there. I'd prefer to have an extra transfer next week than bringing in Senesi for Gabriel. Saw Doctor, true, but I am free hitting next week. That's the only thing. That's the only thing there. Right, 22 minutes to go until the deadline. What did my polls say on Twitter when I asked about it? 56 said yes. 44 said no. Interesting. Okay. Grand. Best replacement for Barnes for a hit double gaming player either needs Leeds or Chelsea. Have Palmer already. If you haven't got Tavernier Sakib, get Tavernier, but you're asking for Leeds or Chelsea. Not mad on the Enzo pick as people are, but he's only one you can really go for instead of a Leeds midfielder. So go with Enzo Fernandez there. Get that locked in there. Right, we've just hit 60 likes, so time for another pack. Let's get this open, and this is a limited edition one. If it's not great, we can open up the other one, but next pack will be 80 likes. So this is what I think is just 2 limited edition packs, or 2 limited edition cards in this pack. We have another one to open here if it's not great, and then I can probably gives me an extra minute or 2 to decide on my transfers. At least when I'm doing this, please go down there, give the stream a like, hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. Get your mother, father, sister, brother, girlfriend to hit subscribe. Oh, there's a few in this pack. Wow, okay, right. I thought it was only 2. Right, first off, that's a Gareth Bale. Wow, Gareth Bale limited edition. Is it? Gareth Bale Champions League. Very good, nice. Not his actual signature, unfortunately. What are we up here now then? Who is that? Inter Milan, another Inter Milan player. I can't see who that is. Who is that? Is that Thuram? It is, lovely. Limited edition Thuram. Another Inter Milan pull. We're going to leave the 2 over here. As I said earlier, if you are joining late, we packed the Pez GOAT earlier, Adriano, and of course we packed him when I was wearing the Inter Milan jersey. Right, who's up next? AS Roma. Can't see who that is. Who is that? Matthias Sule. No clue. One pretend that I do know him. And then Chelsea. Don't tell me that's Enzo. Who is that? Is that Garnacho? No. Lauren James. It's Lauren James. It's not Garnacho. Limited edition. Apologies, Lauren James. I thought you were Garnacho there for a second. Not a bad pack. Not a bad pack. Where's our Adriano card? That's it. Been our pullover of our stream so far. Black Edge Edition Legend Adriano. Right, 19 minutes to go until the stream. What are we saying here? You decided on Gabriel yet, Paul? Not just yet. Kevin Turan, I'm trusting you, brother. I could be doing this move yet. I'm going to take Gabriel out. At least on stream. Right. All good there. Sound. Enzo or Scott? No Palmer, but of Tavernier. If you have Tavernier, maybe you need to go Enzo. I'm not seeing the Enzo hype, to be honest with you. Maybe you just go for it. Alex, let's go for it. City will definitely score. Yeah. Grosser, Calvert-Lewin or Gomez, Brighton. Calvert-Lewin there. Captain and João Pedro crazy if I think Arsenal beat City. If not, what do you think about Semenyo to chase rank? If you think Arsenal beat City, you must be an Arsenal fan. I don't think I'd captain Palmer over João Pedro just because of penalties. Best replacements for Barnes. Yeah, we were saying that already. Enzo, if you can't go elsewhere. Hi mate, would you transfer Matoma out or would you save transfer? He said that he thinks he's going to start one at least. Does he start two? Probably not. If you have a couple of free transfers, maybe Matoma to Hinchelwood is very sideways anyway. I think you have to keep him. If you have a couple of free transfers, let us know. Who was asking that? Where are you gone? Nix, let me know how many transfers you have. If you have only one, I think you have to keep him. I'm free hitting this week. Would you start Enzo or Gross? Hill or Strike? Strike and Gross if you've already got Pedro and João Palmer. If you already got Pedro and Palmer, let me know on that. Trust in you, brother. Let's go, Kevin. No bother at all, man. Let's go for this week. Liam S2592. 6 double gaming players in my team. Dubravka, Wilson, Gabriel, Mukulele on my bench. Should I free hit or bench boost this week? 6 double gaming players. That means you've got 9 for next week. I think I'll probably free hit this week. If you've got 9 for next week, 1 free transfer will get you 10. Considering all those play anyway. So yeah, go with that if you can at all. Right, how are we looking here? 17 minutes to go until the deadline. We've got 73 watching us at the moment. If there's 24 of you who haven't clicked subscribe, please go on down there, click subscribe, just under the FPL Era logo. We're trying to get to 9k subs. Please do consider hitting subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's see if we can get there. My nan's YouTuber crown is subscribed. She's dead. Jesus Christ. I appreciate that, but you don't need to do that. Trez and Play, appreciate that. That's crazy. Made a little bit of the same team as you. Only 2 free transfers is. I appreciate that though, Trez and Play, by the way. And sorry to hear that. Only 2 free transfers. Is it worth if I do Enzo for Bruno and Senesi for Gabriel? Need 0.8 to get both back in my team. Don't take out Bruno. Gabriel out. Fair enough. If you want to make it a small bit of gains this week, maybe you go for it. Maybe you do it. Right, a quarter to 10. I'm on free hit. Would you play Enzo? Palmer and João Pedro's enough on free hit, I think. Hey bro, why captain Haaland when he's been mid this year and goes in big games while Semenyo is on good form? I think it's Haaland's week, especially with the Burnley game. Fair enough, he might get something in the Arsenal game. I think the Burnley game is one where he does well. I asked me before about Cameron about the lap. Yeah, I do think João Pedro starts the 2 games. I know I do think he does. There's a chance the lap does start, but no, I think João Pedro starts the 2. He's a small bit of a donkey at the lap, and Chelsea are going for Champions League, so I can't see why he'd be rested. Is it midweek then straight back into it is, isn't it? Midweek games and straight back into it. Fair enough. Who have Chelsea in 34? Oh yeah, they're in the cup. I think he starts Tuesday. yeah, it's enough time between then and the weekend to sort out. So that's all good. Yeah, all good there. What's the best Leeds player for Gabriel? Strike is what we're doing there. Shirky or City defender on free hit? O'Reilly. Any differential captain pick to chase rank? Semenyo or Palmer? If you want to go with that, get that done there. Semenyo and Palmer. Made a little bit the same team as you. Only 2 free transfers. Is it worth if I do Enzo for Bruno and Senesi? Keep Bruno. Maybe do the Gabriel one if you've got 2 free transfers. Yeah, you're in a better position than me. I've only got 1 free transfer and I'm considering doing it. Should I captain Haaland or Semenyo? Venga. Haaland. If you're chasing Semenyo, nothing wrong with going Semenyo. Tarek, Palmer or Semenyo for a differential captain. Hi, what's the best Leeds player for Gabriel? Nigel McNamara. Strike if you want to go with that. Get that done there. Dr. Incarnate. Should I transfer out Gordon and Palmer for Palmer and Senesi, or Enzo and Senesi? I'm on bench boost. What to do? Should I transfer out Gordon and Gabriel for Palmer and Senesi, or Enzo and Senesi? Palmer and Senesi, yes, get that done. Make sure you have enough money to get Gabriel back in, as you'll want him in 35. If Gabriel scores, so be it. Should we have to chase the upside of a doubler? Still don't know who. Don't have Senesi. Cucurella is calling for me. I still think Senesi over Cucurella, just with the DEFCON. Also tempted by Truth. Is O'Reilly going to play 2 games? Would Gahey be safe from free hit? Gahey is safer, but you'll be kicking yourself if O'Reilly starts the 2. Cheers to the voice as always, mate. Legend. Scott, appreciate that. I think I will too. Triple captain Haaland life of Safi. Save it for 36. I've got my triple captaincy still to play. I'm saving it for 36, so don't worry on that. Rory lose. If Gabriel, yeah, sorry, we did that one already. Baba rocks. Start one of Van Heck, Senesi and Strike. Also Darlow or Verbruggen. Darlow and Senesi. I think you probably can try and fit in Strike then as well, but Darlow and Senesi, yeah. If not this week, is it possible to chase rank ever? All teams are looking similar. This is where you make your gains on the bench boost, and that's why it's another thing pushing me into doing the Gabriel transfer. Again, I'm going to have to use a transfer down the line, but the team looks well for 35 after the free hit, so I think we're going to be okay. Right, all good there. Nice one there. Sound. Right, 12 minutes to go. Do I keep or transfer out Matoma on my bench boost? If you have a couple of free transfers, maybe you can get rid. Life is Safey. Is there a double game week coming this week? There is. 36 City and Crystal Palace should have one then as well. Just not announced yet. Right, all good there. Cucurella or Senesi for Gabriel? I already have Hill. Cucurella or Senesi? Senesi, yeah. As I said, with Senesi with the DEFCON. Going for Nunez instead of O'Reilly. Thoughts? I was thinking the same. If I was thinking of going Nunez over Gahey if O'Reilly was out. O'Reilly is fine. Get O'Reilly. I wouldn't go with it. But then even if I was considering Nunez over Gahey has a DEFCON where Nunez doesn't, so that's what I'd be looking at there for going in for that. Dylan Higgins in the chat. Can you say hello to Richard and Dara, please? Hello to Richard O'Connor and Dara Condren. Hope the stag is going well in Carrick and Shannon and the heads aren't too sore this morning. That might make the heads feel a bit better for the lads. Hope all is well, lads. Get the free hits locked in for you. And shout out to all the boys on P-Mang and Stag. Good stuff. Right, use my free hit. Would you keep O'Reilly in a Van Heck, Hill, Strike already and place for 2 more? Would you keep O'Reilly in? I would. I've Hill, Van Heck, Strike already and place for 2 more suggestions. Senesi and maybe even another Bijou, or what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then yeah, Senesi makes 5. So there's your 5 defenders there, and then O'Reilly, Strike and Senesi, Van Heck and Hill on the bench there. Go with that. William, not sure I understand the true fair pick over Senesi. More attacking and defensive returns for Senesi. Knowing my luck, he will outscore him. Senesi transfer done here anyway. I think I'm going for it as well, William. Higgins, hope the boys enjoyed that. Good stuff. Right, 10 to 11. We're 23 subs off hitting 9k. Can we do that in 10 minutes with 83 people watching us? Let's see if we can. Just go down there, click subscribe. It only takes a second to do. Maybe you're all subscribed already, and I do appreciate that. But it would be great to hit to 9k subs. We're a wee bit off it now. Do I do this Senesi transfer now and get it done? I think maybe I do. 3.7 in the bank. I have 8.9 to get Gabriel back, so we're fine. We can go for that. Do I go for this? Do I go for this? Bench boost and triple captain balance. Any suggestions? Bench boost this week, triple captain and 36 like myself. Same as that. Andre, hello mate. What's your opinion on these two teams? Darlow, Senesi, O'Reilly, Bijol, Senesi, Aronson, Palmer, Semenyo, João Pedro, Haaland and Welbeck. Free hit Darlow, Senesi, O'Reilly, Bijol, Scott, Gomez, Palmer, Semenyo, João Pedro, Palmer, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin. Second one. Gross over Gomez. Mitoma and Minta will be fighting for the two wing spots with Gomez. Alex, hopefully our luck is in. What are we saying, Alex? I've done Gab the Senesi anyway. Best of luck, all. Good stuff, Alex. Cheers for tuning in as always, and cheers for supporting us in the Patreon this season. Good man on that. I've done Gab the Seb. Would you recommend going double Bournemouth defence or also have double Leeds defence? If you're on bench boost, get it done. If you're on bench boost, get it done. Another sub there. We're 22 subs off hitting 9k subscribers there. I appreciate whoever clicks subscribe on the channel there. Right, maybe do I do this move? So might regret it. We only live once. We only get as I told the Patreon group, I'm not mad on for it. Very true. I'll be kicking myself if O'Reilly doesn't start bold. I'll stick with O'Reilly. Fair. Tempted in for Hill. Also tempted by Hill is the DEFCON goat though. But no. I can see. True fair needs an attacking. Right, that's everyone got back to there. Doing Gab to Senesi. Yeah. Right, let's get this locked in. As I said to my Patreon group, sorry, that this couple of points could be the difference in getting top 10k, winning your money league, winning your mini league. Yeah, it's done. Right, let's sort out this bench boost now. So Senesi comes in for Van Heck. I think Darlow comes in for Verbruggen. And then that's our technical bench boost there. Hill, Van Heck, Verbruggen. And then there we go. A repeat of the previous bench boost would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, if you don't know, I got 35 points in my bench boost earlier on in the season. If we get anywhere close to that, even if we hit the 20s, which is possible, if Brighton get their clean sheet, it's very much possible. In one game, if they get it, it's very much possible. But yeah, 35 points was absolutely outrageous, and it'll never be done again. If I need to get a ukulele jersey. I told myself I will. At the end of the season, I think I will. Van Heck or Strike, not a bench boost, a free hit. Van Heck or Strike, not a bench boost, a free hit. Strike. Selling Saliba for Cucurella. You can surely go better than Cucurella there. Surely you can. Surely. Right. I'm gonna try and confuse. Hopefully, there's nobody watching me that are in my money leagues. I'm assuming there is, because they'll be quite surprised if I do that Gabriel transfer. Why Senesi and not True Fair? Just a DEFCON for Senesi. That's exactly why. That's why we've gone for it. Why Tavernier? Why not Scott? We already had Tavernier in on the wildcard last week, so that's why we've gone for it. Grand, right, all good there. Do you think Matoma starts? I think he starts one game. I think he starts one. If you have him, I think you have to keep him. I think he starts one, yeah. Right, how are we looking here? 22 subs off hitting 9k. Go down there if you haven't done so already. How many? We've 80 people watching us at the moment, is there? Nearly on 70 likes. Great to see that then too. Strike for Gabriel worth it if only have one free transfer. I've just done Gabriel to Senesi, so why not go for it? If I have the choice, who would I go now for, Tavernier or Scott? If I have the choice, who would I go now for, Tavernier or Scott? Tavernier. Ryan for Bournemouth as a punt? I don't think so. Scott, Tavernier, Scott, Ryan in that order. Van Dijk or Van Heck or Strike on a free hit. Strike the Leeds defender. Yeah, I'm starting the Leeds lads in my starting 11. So get that done for you there. A good single is better. Dodgy doubles. True. I don't think Arsenal get their clean sheet, and I also think Gabriel could get a yellow, and if City get 2, could be 1 or 2 points from Gabriel. So let's see. Good to see a few doing it on Twitter that they're doing the. So our centre backs now a better option than full backs, Paul. Yeah, this season they are. Not in FPL terms over the years, but this season they are. DEFCON has ruined it for the attacking defenders' outputs. They're all centre backs. You can see there, Senesi, Hill, Van Heck, Strike. Fair enough, O'Reilly's only outsider on that, but apart from that, no. They've been halted by the DEFCONs this year. Am I using Bench Boost? Yeah, Bench Boost is active. 2 of the most important mini leagues, but 8 in another. Should I captain DCL? I don't think so this week. Don't ruin it on a double game week. Try and make ground on a single game week. For Bruggen or Darlow, if you're free hitting, start Darlow. Get him into the team. Right, I'm just double checking my one is alright there. Hill, Senesi is in, and Senesi is starting. Can we see that alright there? I think we can. Scroll up once more. There we go. And let's zoom in on this a bit more. That's a bit better now, isn't it? Right. Right, 2 minutes to go into the deadline. 2 minutes to go. Right, there we go. Where is that annoying at the bottom? Shouldn't even be worrying about this. Right, all good there. Why not Bijal? Already had striking on the wildcard, so that's why. Got Palmer, Semenyo, Tavernier. Suggest a midfielder, or should I go with Bruno on a free hit? No, not Bruno. Only if you Bruno on your wildcard, keep him. Just looking at myself sorting out that screen there. Wow. Am I using my bench boost? Yeah, bench boost is active. If you are using your bench boost, don't forget to activate. Don't forget to activate bench boost. Right, that's just said that to the patron there. All the best of the week, Niall. Good to go. You too, bud. Good stuff. That's going to be another deadline out of the way. Do we have this? Hinchwood from Matoma, worth it. Have 3 free transfers or worth the risk keeping him? If you have 3 free transfers, I probably would move him on. Get it done if you have 3 free transfers. Yeah, go for that. Bench boost is active. All good there. Don't need to save the team because it's grand. All fine. And that's another deadline. Best of luck all for the week. Yeah. Do we open another pack for the sake of it? I've one more pack still to come. Why not Bijal hitting DEFCON? Strike was the easiest option there out of that then too. 31% on 13 there for hitting the bench boost this week. So 13 double game weeks on a bench boost. I've 14. You'd surely expect Senesi to outscore Gabriel by maybe 4 points. so that rectifies using a transfer, I think, down the line. We'll see, is it going to work? Maybe not. Centre backs are better, this year, that's the only thing. Verbruggen or Darlow, I would have went Darlow on the free hit. Fede got Palmer, Semenyo, Tavernier, suggested midfielder, or should I go with Bruno on a free hit? Semenyo there surely. Hinchelwood for Matoma. If you had the 3 free transfers, I would have went that there then too. There we go. That's another deadline stream out of the way. 11:01. We are waiting for some team news in the early kickoff. To be honest, we don't really care about the early kickoff. Right, let's throw this up on Twitter very quickly. Here we go. Oscar sent them over. Wow. Focal raid. Here we go. Here's Focal's army coming over to us here. We're getting raided by Focal. That is crazy. Oscar, you're absolutely outrageous, man. Jesus. We're trying to hit 9k subs, lads. If we're about 15 off it now, that is absolutely outrageous. Go down there, click subscribe. Oscar, you are mental, man. Here we go from Oscar. Do let us know if you are captain and Haaland. Someone's on about a triple captain. Oscar there. Noah saying subscribe. Really appreciate that, Noah. That is crazy. Focal Raid, subscribe. No, Focal Raid, a good team. This is Dave with a thing. That is crazy. Subscribe to Niall at Focal. You're absolutely outrageous, man. That is crazy. All thanks to Oscar. I can see we've just hit 9k. That is crazy, Oscar. Jesus Christ, man. Oscar is the absolute GOAT. We're getting killed here on stream. Focal Raid 9k. Mr. 33162. Oh my god, Oscar. That is crazy, man. You've made an Irish lad very happy this weekend. Subscribe to Irish lad Rohit Singh. Appreciate that, man. Focal Raiders 9k. Focal did it. Absolutely outrageous from Oscar there with the 9k over the line. Oscar, man, that is class, man. Green hours coming your way. All of Focal's army this week. That's all coming your way, man. I look Kurdish. I'm Irish. It's maybe just the beard and the and the haircut. Wow, that is class. Oscar, we'll celebrate that in Croatia, man. That is class. 9k over the line. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what to say. I've been working towards that for a while now, and when we've got over the line, that's class. That's class. If you're not subscribed to Oscar, y'all are. I was going to say go over to Oscar's channel and hit subscribe. That is crazy. I don't know if you could hear the laptop there was even picking up a bit of speed there with the team. Team looks stacked. Yeah, I did the Gabriel move, Oscar. I was him and Han on it, but I went for it. I just did Gabriel to Senesi, 1 free transfer. We're locked up. We're locked and loaded for the double game. Triple captain still to come also. Surely we make about 10 to 15 points on the bench boost anyhow over free hitters this week, and then we can look at a triple captain in 36 to maybe get another top 10k finish off then as well. That is class. Our teams are identical, so hope you do well. I hope we do well this week, man. Shout out to Oscar once again. That is absolutely, I don't know what to say. Before we go, we do have one more pack to open then as well. But I'm I don't know what to say. Focal Raid here gladly will subscribe to an Irish lad. Top 400. Really appreciate that, man. And shout out to Oscar for that. I'm shook at that. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. Focal did it. He did indeed. Focal did it. Anyone who's joining in, we were opening packs during the stream, and just because I wore the Inter Milan jersey, we packed this Pez Goat Adriano Black Legend edition from Topps. Black Edge edition Legend. Crazy pack to get that. If you remember the Pez games back in the day, just the fact we had that. What's Oscar saying there? Nice. Sold Gabriel as well, but went Bijal. Oh yeah. I was thinking, why didn't I go triple leads defense? But yeah, I had that Calvert-Lewin, and you've got the Thiago to my Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin owes me a couple of points over this double gaming, so we need a few on that then as well. And we're going to triple captain Haaland in 36. Depends how far I'm off 10k. If I'm looking towards top 10k, if Haaland's going to be a bit of a, or if Semenyo's going to be a bit of a differential, I do think I will go with Semenyo. Maybe if I'm pushing for top 10k, we'll see where I am by game week 36. But it's always nice to have it in the back pocket. So Bench boost this week, free hit 34, and then triple captain in 36. We'll see where we are for the last 2 weeks if we can get into it there. Danielle, sorry, smashing it, appreciate that. Focal Raid, glad you subscribe. How is Ireland? Where are you, pal? Looks mad on socials. I'm in Galway. It's calmed down now. I think it's the same in England with the diesel and petrol situation. The last week or two was pretty crazy. Every petrol station pretty much out of diesel every day. Diesel and petrol every day. I went to get diesel last week. Every petrol pump was out of diesel, and there was 2 petrol pumps with petrol out of like 8. And that's a big petrol station also. So small bit crazy things going on in Ireland, but we're I think it's slightly coming back. The government put it down to another 10 cent then as well, so I think the protests are going to stop a wee bit, but yeah, it's a small bit mad. I'm not sure what it's like in England, but for the last week or two it has been mad. Right, shout out once again to Oscar for that. I'm still a wee bit shook that we got over the line on that then as well. That is absolutely crazy, Oscar, and we all know Vocal's an absolute legend then as well. He's helping out everyone in the FPL community, and it was my turn this weekend, so Oscar, thank you man, I really do appreciate that. Right, my girlfriend is texting me. I have to bring her to a driving lesson now, so I think I'm going to leave it there for this week. We've 14 double gaming players on the bench boost, free hit next week, triple captain in 36 still to come. Let's see where we end up. Oscar's on the triple up on the Leeds defence. I'm on double Leeds. I'll be happy with with one clean sheet at least for the Leeds lads, as long as Senesi and Hill maybe get one too. But yeah, Oscar's Army, thank you for that. Really do appreciate that. You've made an Irishman very happy this weekend getting over the line with that. And yeah, good luck this week to you, Oscar, then as well. Yeah, we're going to leave it there. Let me get a breather after that. Few green arrows coming your way, lads and ladies. And yeah, we'll leave it there for this week. We'll see you all during the week as normal for game week 34 free hit team selection team. And yeah, thanks for watching. Best of the week. I hope you have a good weekend. I now nearly have to say to Oscar, I hope Arsenal get a result against City after giving us that raid. Sorry. But yeah, go Ireland indeed. And yeah, we're going to leave it there for this week. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. We'll see you in the next video. Arabu.